Welcome to the Mob Jazz podcast. Please be aware that the content of this podcast is primarily social commentary and represents the personal opinions of the hosts and guests. It is not intended to be a statement of fact or an official stance on any issues discussed. This podcast is for entertainment and informational purposes only. We encourage listeners to seek out professional advice for any factual matters or decisions. Listener discretion is advised.
Yo, I think Chapstick might be might be a scam. Chapstick might be a scam.
I think I know your theory, but proceed.
It's not a theory. It's just from experience.
Uh-huh.
I've noticed that Chapstick doesn't last. I have to reapply multiple times. Like, I have to reply like multiple times throughout the day, more than I would have to.
You don't be eating it.
No. What kind of chapstick are you buying? You're buying strawberry chapstick. As a grown man. Cocoa butter, bro.
You're man out, man.
What
still it won't be sweet.
Labello, what?
Vaseline.
Vaseline.
Yes. And everyone knows the Vaseline.
The tiny thing.
That one is
the
goated.
metallic tin.
That one is goated. It's spectacular lip balm. Arguably your best lip balm. But that chapstick.
Arguably.
Yeah, arguably. Because there's some much that has one nectar and some of that shit is hard.
Now there's that yellow one.
like
What
that
is it?
shit.
The one that stings your
Carmex.
lips. That one. That's the one I like. But I also like the Vaseline thing.
Bruh, I don't know. I've been using the Vaseline chapstick for maybe 3 weeks now. My lips get dry. And then I have to... I don't know if it's now because of the knowledge, but my lips be getting dry and then I have to reapply dry. Then I don't know. I didn't bring it here on this table.
Dry.
You apply on camera.
Yeah, I can't apply on camera.
Thirst straps for what? What are you
Hey, is that a thirst trap?
Guys, let's first
I didn't do
expand that
ASMR,
dry.
man, like this.
Yo. Let's first expand that they get dry thing.
Yeah.
Is it just a feeling you get, or you actually look at yourself when you see that the lips are now
Even
dry?
other people
feels
look at
dry.
it
Feel
and they
dry.
say, yo, your lips look... I actually asked my sister, because I asked my little sister this past. I was like, bruh, I've been using this chapstick, but it feels like my lips are getting dry. And she's like, bruh, they even look dry.
You know when like you put your lips together like and then you feel like a skin that's
Yes.
it's out
That
of place, bro.
dryness.
Something like that. Yeah. I get you, man. So you think it's like a monetization thing where they make it so it doesn't last, so you buy more.
I think just in order
They
to
make it to
it...
dry you out so that you keep
No.
reapplying.
I think what they use to make it a stick is just less effective than
Than the
regular
formula
like
for that
Vaseline.
tin.
Exactly.
I guess.
Yeah. Like
Because the tin thing is not exactly like
Is it
petroleum
lip balm?
jelly. It's
It's
it
lip
is
balm.
lip balm.
it's lip balm, but like it's some
Glossy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like that one. But I also have to be careful because I have thick lips.
Welcome back to our Mob Jazz podcast, man. I'm Melvin. This guy is sick looks like this.
Collins.
This is episode 152.
Chips is
I can't go into it. The rest of
When
the
I said
jazz
it, I
that
was
you
also
had
like,
after that. Nah, the way you paused. I ain't like that.
I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure.
That's a pause. That's a pause on your pause, bro.
I can't even, like, I've been rewatching Boondocks.
Yeah.
That was, I
Yeah,
can't, like,
that's hilarious.
that would have been
Yeah.
a double pause, like double,
Yeah.
triple
It'll be a
pause.
stop.
Yes, my
Stop.
point was if I apply mob, they just mob shine. That was my point.
But isn't that
Yeah.
true of everybody?
Hey, where's my bottle of water go?
Branding.
Oh,
I could barely
man.
turn to the
I was like, bro. Okay, so maybe I should not also promote the beer. But you guys know what beer I like, man. Okay.
Is this,
Yeah,
is
man.
this photo in frame?
This is episode
Yeah.
The bottle is in frame.
152.
Okay.
This is episode 152. How's everyone feeling, man? You guys can tell we're shooting in a new location today. Shout out to Kara Space.
Shout out
Lobby.
to space, man.
Really good people. We came here for breakfast a few weeks ago. And yeah, man.
Ambient.
Yeah,
It.
it's nice.
What are the vibes? It gives
Breezy.
breezy,
Yeah.
earthy. There's lots of vegetation
Yeah,
around.
Have you guys heard of Eatthy Girls UG?
What's that?
What's that?
I think
This is the place where Eatthy chicks commune. Bro.
You lie.
Eatthy Girls UG need to come here. It happens at another establishment.
Sydney is sounding like a hunter.
Oh no, believe me, I wanted to go for that.
Hey, you think I want to deny
it's
it?
a festive, like festival,
I
or
think
like
girls.
an
Just
event.
like a just like a link up, bro.
Oh, it's a link.
Eatthy chicks.
I'll be
like-
there. I'm
Like
an Eatthy guy.
like
You
a
guys-
fellowship.
You guys, you've seen that video of when you think you're old until you meet the real old. So, and so you guys will think, oh man, I like earthy chicks.
Then you
Until
the
you meet
earthy.
the real earthy chicks.
Those
Not
are the ones I like. Those are the ones I
And
like.
those are ones that be there, because how have you found out about this event?
Exactly.
Unless you're in there.
How did you find out about it, Mel?
I saw it on Instagram, and I know some earthy chicks. So. Yeah.
So
And
like-
there were the ones there.
Do they
Their
be
buddies were
doing
the
like
ones there.
earthy things?
Like what?
Like,
Reciting chants?
I guess they be talking about
What
they be
earthy
talking
things?
about stuff that earthy chicks care about, bro, like crystals and yoga. And,
Yoga. I'll be there.
Stereotyping here, I
But
can't.
that's
I'll
what they
be
be talking
there.
about, like tarot cards. That type of jazz. Yeah, me, I love that. You know, me, I love that.
Are
Jazz.
we,
Maybe
are
a
we,
card reading.
are we
Yeah.
saying
Love
that
that
earthy chicks, spirituality chicks, are the same chicks?
There's
First of all,
There's a Venn diagram.
Are the same
Intersectionality.
ladies?
Yeah, there's a Venn diagram.
Yes, that I'm trying to say. Is
Intersectionality.
it an is there intersectionality? Is it an intersection?
100%. More.
But are you saying all earthy women and girls are spiritual women and
Can you
girls?
be an earthy atheist?
No, I don't
think you
mean.
can.
I don't mean.
I think you
earthy
can.
atheist.
Let me tell you.
I
That.
guess you love that.
Hold on. No, hold on. Atheist, as in you don't believe in like
Anything
crystals
spiritual.
and okay,
Yeah, don't believe in a spiritual realm.
and horoscopes and
Yes,
what
you
I
only
think you
believe
can.
in.
Because like there's also the
you
earthy,
believe
which
that
is just
how
like
many
the
billion years
aesthetic.
ago stars exploded and whatnot?
Big
Can
bang
you have
animals.
that aesthetic without like
A crystal,
without the belief in like
a crystal or two.
some other spiritual jazz?
I think you can.
I think you can be an earthy Christian. I think you can be an you can't even be an earthy Muslim, by the way.
Yeah.
You
can
those
be.
ones are more.
You can
Really?
be. Yeah, you
Veiled
can be.
hijab
You
thing,
can
but
be.
down. Yeah. Those ones are more.
There's like a beaded belt somewhere down.
You know those
I've
skirts
seen
that
that.
are like down, it's like beaded. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. Those,
So let
with,
me-
with like a black boot.
Let me
Yeah.
ask.
You know the one. Have you met Aminas with dreads?
Yeah. Mm.
How do you see their dreads
Okay,
if they're
don't-
veiled?
The earthy chicks be. She veils just the top, man. That's you know what I mean?
Let me ask. Can you be part-time earthy?
Yeah, I think
You
so.
can.
You see,
on
for
a
me,
weekend.
I think so.
My
If you go to work, earthy,
Is-
you
is-
work in
I-
a bank, bro. Like,
I hope this term isn't too girly. I hope you understand the meaning. Is earthy the same as boho chic?
the hell is that?
Yeah, you just added chic to it. I think that like
Bohemian chic.
Yeah, I think Bohemian chicks are
Boho.
the Bohemian style is
Yeah, that's earthy.
It is earthy, yeah.
Okay.
And I like it. I like it as well.
Ah, then I know boho people, boho chic people. Yeah, I do.
Did you say chic like cheek?
Chic.
Chic.
Yeah. Boho.
classy.
I'll make my research.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when you say earthy, sometimes it gets too earthy. Like sometimes we're in loam soil.
I like loam soil.
You like
That's where
the
plants
most
grow. You
fertile
get
soil. That's the, what layer of soil is the loam? Is it the top? Is it the top layer?
The loam
In
soil.
that thing that we
loam
did
was
in
a type
school.
of soil.
I know, but like, do you remember the
There's
thing we
what
did in school?
subsoil
where
or what?
exactly,
Oh.
topsoil, subsoil,
Subsoil,
and like, yeah.
Deep soil.
No,
Rocks.
auntie, for me
So I'm
sometimes
just like, yeah.
I feel like boho chic, anyway, in regards to their sense of style and aesthetic, is a more. I mean, maybe even them they identify as earthy. What do I know? I'm not earthy. I don't know my sense of
But I
style.
like
think
earthy.
you forgot-
I like
what
earthy
breed?
girls. Shout out earthy girls, bro. Shout out the earthy girls.
Hit up these boys.
Oh,
They
we're
like,
still talking about this place. Yeah, so I think this place gives that vibe. Bro.
yes, it
Just
does.
nice, quiet. If you want to come and work here, there's people working here with their computers. If you just want like a quiet place to meet and just
Chill.
like a nice place for a date, actually, you're not going to run into anyone you know until people watch this pod and start coming here.
True.
But,
But you know that chair that's in the middle of the plants?
aha, you go there.
Eh,
Like
go-
a couch just there
The
in a plant.
canopy. You're inside the plants.
And this place is massive, bro.
It is
So you
massive.
can, there's so many places for you to go.
Oh, it also has Airbnbs.
Yes.
Oh, does it?
It has Airbnbs.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Like a kids section up
Yeah.
there where kids like
It has a kids play area.
Has a
that's
boutique as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like a kids section is so cool because guys can like
It's
kids,
secluded.
kids paint,
Yeah.
kids like make things. There's
It's
like
the
a craft
ultimate test.
section.
It's a boutique earthy.
It's African.
Africa.
It's African. It's not
yeah,
earthy.
yeah, African.
It's African.
Even
Danger
the
everywhere.
decor is very
Yeah.
African. Anyways, man, check a place out. I don't know how many more episodes we'll go.
Oh, and it also has, like, aside from like coming and working in the actual cafe or restaurant of it, it has actual working space for rent.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. So if you're a remote worker or if you're someone looking for a space to rent out or They have boardrooms, they have desks they rent out. Yeah, it's like a vibey place. As in addition to the Airbnbs, in addition to the kids space, and the kids space is secluded, so it's not like kids work guys don't mix with kids, cafe doesn't mix with, you get, everything is secluded and really organized actually. Yeah, man.
Shout car space.
In Bugolobi.
Yeah. What's going on with you guys, man? How's everyone's week?
How is everyone's week? I'm a little bit sleep deprived. I slept
Why?
A long story. I slept from 5:30 to 7:30. 5:20 to 7:30. I don't feel sleep deprived. I don't think I look sleep deprived. But yeah, shout out anxiety.
Nah.
May you burn in hell.
And found out what's her name? That you did anxiety as well.
Anxiety.
Yeah, what's her name?
Doji.
Doji.
Shout out
Yeah.
Doji.
Shout out Doji.
Yeah.
Anxiety, may you burn in hell. But yeah, I had a crazy 12-hour episode and I fell asleep. And
12 hours is a lot.
it's believe me, if I was a drug abuser,
Abuse them.
I would have abused, misused, and yeah.
That's why you're not, man.
Man.
Don't worry. Those anxiety episodes, they're important for the plot, bro. You guys were watching your movie in heaven, man. Yo, this episode was sick, bro. She was going through it, man. You see how she was? I'm telling you. The anxiety episodes be the best.
Nah.
So guys watching for the outside.
Nah.
For the bigger picture, the
For
anxiety
you.
episodes are super important.
It's so horrible. And for me, what irks me the most about them is that I always tell myself this. The fear of the thing is always worse than the thing.
Yeah.
Always.
Definitely.
There is almost no situation in which the thing is worse than the fear. The fear for anxiety people. For anxiety people. Because for me, if they told me, describe what anxiety feels like, I can tell you like a panic attack. It feels like for 12 hours, from 5 p.m. yesterday to 5 a.m. today, I was standing at the edge of the cliff with someone pushing me. Just a little bit like, I'm on the edge. So it's like, you know that video of, wait, when like the guy went for bungee jumping. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
That's what it felt. It felt like for 12 hours. My heart was racing. I could hear my heartbeat in my ears for 12 hours. Yeah. When the thing eventually happens, it never feels like that. That felt like death. In that moment, if someone said, okay, would you be okay with dying right now? 100%. But yeah.
I don't think I've ever had an anxiety.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I think people can get nervous. I think people can get anxious. But I also think that people suffer from anxiety.
I'll tell you this, guys. Yesterday,
Yeah.
I didn't get anxious, but I tried to put myself. So I'm working. Yeah. No more things. I'm on my laptop, blah, blah, blah. New email. I see ending off. That was the subject. And I'm like, what is it? What are we ending? I go. They have CC'd me in a laying off email of one of my workmates. Yeah, that's what I was saying. It wasn't anxiety, but I tried to put myself in her shoes, bro. It was like, yo, the work you're doing, we correct it, mob. You're affecting our profitability. Bye. It was one paragraph. Really? I was like, damn. To be fair, everyone saw it coming, but
Don't CC me, bro.
I was like, why am I
Don't
CC
CC me like I'm involved in this decision making, bro.
You're not coming with that black boy who is just
Sydney,
Yo, what did I do? Yeah.
Sydney, are you still in that acting capacity as our manager, our supervisor?
that was this week. Yeah, it ended yesterday.
Maybe that's why you were
Maybe that's why you
CC'd.
CC'd, yeah.
But they CC'd my supervisor as well. The person who I was filling in for.
Yes.
I
Both
guess.
of you needed to know.
Yeah, but don't let them fire me in a week when you are my boss.
Man,
It looks like you're the one who got them to fire me type thing. Anyways, man, that's tough.
Yeah, that's tough, bro. This thing keeps tickling my head, bro. It's making me feel a bit insecure about my forehead.
Sorry, bro. Sorry.
I'll take it.
Okay, man.
Huh?
No, we're okay.
Now we're cool.
Okay. Yeah, we're okay.
Wait, we'll be cover.
They can hear us.
Yeah.
Can hear
Wait.
us. Hey, it's too loud.
We'll be cover, man.
Everything, bro.
We'll be
That guy's
calm.
barking, bro. Anyways, what are we discussing today, bro? We have a lot of topics.
Wendy has not told us how he is. You've not told
Wendy.
us how you are.
Okay.
We stopped at anxiety and moved
Yeah.
on.
And yes, even Sido.
Okay.
I wouldn't say that it has been a busy week because this week I didn't do any work apart from the Mob Jazz podcast editing.
Okay.
This week has just been, I've been on a
Yourself
break.
leave. Yeah.
Yeah, trying to put things together with my guys.
That's new work. That's your new work, bro.
Anyway.
What's his new work?
Managing other people, man.
All
But
of us here
on
were born for management.
this whole thing started on Thursday, bro.
On your
Guys, I
potential.
told you I'm a soft D. Don't-
A soft D.
Yeah,
Or
like
personality
E.
type.
the
Personality type.
personality.
Wendy.
Instead of an A, I'm serious. I'm a soft
Soft D.
Soft D is nasty.
It's a bit crazy.
Sorry.
Yeah, I
Very
think
ineffective.
the week that led to me being in the current situation I'm in right now, it started on Thursday. On
This
Thursday.
week, last week.
Sorry? No, this week.
Okay.
I started on Thursday because on Thursday I went to watch 2 movies and then I left the cinema midnight.
Which ones?
So I went and I watched How to Train a Dragon
Yeah.
and then
Apparently
watched
it's
Ballerina.
I've heard.
Hey.
I've not been to the cinema in like 3 weeks. I want to go and watch it.
Did you like the first one?
I'll give it a 4
Easy.
out of 10.
It was 3. What, that was 3 or 2?
How to
it
Train
was
a
a
Dragon.
remake of
Oh,
the
this is the
original.
movie, the live
Yeah, the movie, not the animation.
I've heard good things.
About the anime or about the movie?
No, like the movie.
No, it for me as a person who watched the animation, I feel like it is incomplete. Yeah, there are a bunch of things which weren't covered, and I felt like I wanted them to
The
be
bar was too high
covered.
with that
No, the
anime.
animation was
Yeah.
cool. The
That was
animation
cool.
was cool. Yeah.
Yeah, and then after that I decided to go out.
Hey, the other movie. You
Hey,
watched
Ballerina.
Hey, hard.
Yeah, maybe I would call it Gen Week.
It was Week, to
Oh,
be
yeah,
fair, yeah.
Gen Week. It was
good?
fire. It's fire though. I don't like this.
the John Wick for chicks. The chick
Yeah.
John Wick.
Anna De Armas, my
Gen Week.
favorite, second favorite lady actor right now.
Who's your favorite?
Sydney Sweeney. Because she's called Sydney.
I'm going to
like
bring
that.
I'm going
I
to bring
like
this
that.
up on Patreon.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring this up. I don't think YouTube is a safe space for this conversation.
Then I think
About
you need to buy the Sweeney Bliss.
That
That's
stuff
so
is crazy, bro. I'm not.
That's it.
Nasty.
Sweeney
Nasty
Bliss.
work, man.
Yeah.
After the movies,
The movies I decided to go out.
On Thursday, you went
Yeah,
out.
on the very day.
you went out
Thursday.
on Thursday.
Yeah.
You've
Okay.
been blasting?
Let's see how this progresses.
Obviously, I had a free week, so I mean, what else would I do, bro? I decided to just utilize it. I've been indoors almost forever, so this week I've been so busy. So went to more places. Actually, I never knew that Cielo is now called Luna.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah, so I tried it out. They had Gen Z band. Those guys were performing. It was nice. And by maybe an hour past midnight, it wasn't. Guys were leaving after the band. So I decided to go to the ladies' night at Liberty.
Was it full again?
It was full, but then I didn't see the attendance. The attendance wasn't pleasing.
As it has been in the past.
I've
Who's
never
your
been
pastor?
there before
Oh,
when it's a ladies' night thing. I expected to walk in when it's ladies
And-
everywhere, bruh.
Uh-huh.
But it wasn't giving that.
Yeah, because there's so many guys now who now know.
They were mobbed. Yeah.
So those
And
guys will, it's nasty because guys will form basically like something our Tracy used to do, like our own things around the chicks, and it will be a bunch of tables of guys around, and then there'll be chicks in them.
Yeah,
true.
Those strips of tables.
And there were chicks who were there. They were with guys.
Yeah,
So for the single guys, man, it wasn't a good place for us.
I'll recommend this, and obviously Sido will be able to advise. But ladies' night seems like it's better when you go early. Go all the sun.
Ideally, go like at 6.
Yeah,
5,
like
6.
sundowners vibes.
Yeah.
Before guys get drunk, before things get messy, just go early. Be there by like 6. Boy, you'll even boom by 9, bro. And you'd have had a blast.
Hey,
9
okay.
will be car.
Yeah.
Yeah. I left with some chicks from Luna. And these guys were leaving because I think it was like 3. Decided to go to this catwalk. I've never been there before.
Catwalk.
Yeah.
It's an interesting choice.
Wait, so you left Liberty at
At 3.
3 a.m.
Yeah.
And you arrived there at 1.
Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah, that's the wrong time, bro.
And I had some company.
Yeah.
I left with
Catwalk
some
is an
kid, some chicks.
interesting choice. How was that?
I've always been passing that Goa, but I've never been inside. But anyway, it was a regular place.
Yeah, I've been there.
Maybe I'm
but
just not used to
none of
the
our people go there.
places which look like it. That's why it just didn't feel so good. I even didn't stay there long. I just decided to go closer to my crib, so I just moved to this place. It's called Tales.
You were outside. My God, 4 places in one
Oh.
night.
This man went Acacia, Tails, that's like she's sassy.
Nuts. Anyway. Yeah.
You know, sometimes when it goes past 3, I don't want to disturb my ass carry guy. Yeah? So I always prefer maybe going back in the morning.
Breakfast
Funny
crew.
thing is that's when a guy is supposed to be doing his action.
Right? Right?
That's when I need you the most.
As in,
That's
push
when I
during
need
the day.
you
Like,
the most alert, bro.
your off time is daytime.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, but overall I went back home at 7.
A.M. Did you take breakfast?
I bought food at Tails and it was trash.
Sorry about that.
It's actually
Like
right now
standard
it's still
for
in the
me.
fridge.
If I'm staying out the whole night.
Oh, you haven't thrown it out?
I brought it the night because they brought it and it was trash, and then I told them to just pack it, and then I took it straight to the fridge. And then Friday I had another watch party with some friends, so we went and watched F1.
Yeah. I want to watch that one as well.
Yeah, though we went for the early one because it ended like at 7:30 something to 8. Then we went to Cardamom.
Is it good?
It was nice.
That's
Very,
the
very
movie
good.
I've been waiting for this year.
Apparently. Apparently it's really good.
That story was all over the place. I didn't like that story though.
Which story?
The story for the F1.
I don't like how like the only there's a friend of mine who went. The only snap she sent me is like, damn, so need this without a shot. It's like, I'm here for that.
Let me ask, is there any single snapshot of Lewis Hamilton?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, there were.
They also
Mob.
sent me
That's what
Yeah, I
I'm
feel
going
like chicks
for.
are
there
sexual.
are some
Chicks
real.
are sexualizing a flick about cars, bro.
We're there for
You
the
guys need to
speed, bro.
chill,
Like
bro.
chill,
Chill.
relax.
Yeah.
And Max?
Take it seriously.
No.
No.
I don't feel Max.
Only one man.
Are you sure?
What a face.
How about his teammate?
What an no. What an
Yo, does Lewis
immaculate.
Hamilton have a buff? A bit of a buff.
What's a ball?
Yeah, this kind of big.
He does, I guess.
Don't say that.
Have you never noticed that Lewis
Does.
Hamilton?
First of all, we've had this conversation before and I refused.
Lewis Hamilton.
The
Is
proportion of his head is a bit.
No.
You think Lewis Hamilton is
Oh
putting on
my-
a t-shirt
oh
that
my
he just
God.
that he just puts it straight?
Like a fucking lollipop. Yeah.
Okay.
That's how we became the goat, man. When he's standing in that car, the G-force
Yeah,
could
his
him,
head
but his head is
swinging.
going.
You guys,
Hey.
I hate you. I hate you. You know, this has reminded me of something. Someone sent us a sub and said, you know how Chris Brown obviously is on tour. So they were watching his performance on someone's snap. And all they could think about was what I said. Ungo, it's giving. Mommy, watch me. Mommy, watch me. Then he does a backsama.
Literally.
Mommy, watch me. He does a backsama.
No, he definitely performs, bro.
How many tours is that guy doing this year?
It's the same tour. It's the
Didn't he have one in like Jan?
Breezy Bowl. He's been doing
Breezy
it all
Bowl.
year. They're saying he's on like a campaign for the Super Bowl.
Yes. All right, cool. Kissing people's babes, man. It's not cow.
Vibes, bro.
You should chill.
Um,
Anyway, F1.
Yeah, after F1, went to Cardamom.
yeah. Shout out.
It
to
was
How are
a
they,
good
man?
evening, yeah. It was
And I
a
went there
very fair
yesterday as
evening.
well. I went
Hey.
there yesterday, yeah. That's a Patreon conversation.
I was looking at you when you said, what are you about to do?
Yeah, but shout out Cardamom, man. We love those
Shout out
guys.
Cardamom.
We love those guys. That was our home for 2 years, man.
This whole guy is kind of similar to Cardamom, though.
It is
Yes.
Yeah.
very, very similar to Cardamom. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember like shooting in front of like people watching, bro. When I came, it was a bit like weird.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
he forgot how to do it. Uh-huh.
Yeah, after Cardamom, we went to Silo.
Yeah.
I think,
Yesterday, okay.
at what time did I send you a message? After seeing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking you were also around, so I think I wasn't there. I was also looking for this guy. His guy wasn't also there.
But you didn't send me a message.
Nigga, before you're always outside, so we just think you are there.
No, I'm not anymore, bro.
You guys are stronger than me because on Fridays, now I be too tired first of all on Friday, but then I'm thinking about the pod. I be like I know, and for me I might not be able to like push through. Like I need all the energy that I can get. So for me Friday by like 7, these days I've been in the house, man.
Now, to be fair, same. Like I was in the house though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bruh, and yesterday I wasn't planning on drinking because, bro, I can't drink 2 days in a row. So I wasn't trying to drink, but I think this chick made a mistake. Remember
Which chick made that? The chick is the one who made the mistake.
the Silo chick?
Oh,
The waiter. You remember when, is it called Alvin?
yes.
When he told us the difference between Blue Lagoon and Blue Island. Lagoon is non-alcoholic.
Yes.
I was
So-
because a Blue Lagoon is alcoholic.
No, I think it depends though. Like, I don't know if they still do, but for the longest time, CJ's had a Blue Lagoon.
It was CJs though.
Exactly.
I mean, CJ's and what's that place? Emirates Grill have Long Island.
Yeah, when you go there, you're not expecting an
Yeah.
alcoholic drink in general. But so
Yeah.
we ordered a lagoon.
Yeah, I ordered a lagoon and she brought I believe that she brought a Blue Island. It was alcoholic,
Collapsed.
brother.
And then there
That's-
was no turning back.
First of all, I was with a group of guys. These guys had bought a double label thingy. It was on a table. So
Double label. Double black.
double black.
Okay.
And it was on a table. I wasn't trying to drink, but this thing just got me started.
And you couldn't stop after.
Nigga.
Self-
To
peer
kubeli
pressure,
the
man.
whole
Don't
thing,
give
bro.
in, bro. Let me
What
tell
time did you get home?
I think I left. Reached home at 4.
This guy is
Let's see how we make it through the morning. 4 a.m., 5 a.m. What time did you pass?
5:30.
What time did you wake up,
Brother.
Wendy?
I woke up at I think it was around 11.
What time did you wake up, Sydney?
10:30.
And you slept at 5, eh?
Yeah.
5:30.
I'm cool. Those are enough hours.
I mean, to be fair, my 2 was sober. Might be the same as 4 or 5 hours of sleep drunk.
So we're
Drunk
probably
sleep
the
is
same.
not good quality sleep.
It's not sleep.
That's true.
It's not sleep at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. For me, I got home early yesterday. First of all, I was also at Cardamom on Thursday. So I saw those guys. They tell you.
Yeah,
That
no,
I
you
was there
didn't.
because for me when I they were like, we only see Collins here, what.
Mm.
Anyways, yeah, man. But this week I've been watching White Lotus, season 3. This is the best season of White Lotus, bro.
Easy.
Oh,
I've
I'm
never
still on
watched
season
White
1.
Lotus.
Yo,
White
White
Lotus.
Lotus is such a
I
good
tell you the
show.
nonsense I've been watching.
What have you been watching? Love Island.
I've been watching Love Island,
Yeah.
but not religiously.
Okay.
Like I watched like episode 1. I go on TikTok, guys are giving hot jazz about episode 18. I jumped to episode 8.
But you can do that with Love Island.
Yeah.
You can do that with Love Island.
Anyway,
I'm
yeah, it's
like-
not that they're following a
I'm
storyline or something.
Wait. Of course, someone has been evicted. Me, I'm just like, I want the hot jazz. I want the hot kissing scene. I've been watching a lot of nonsense. Then I've been watching some thing on Netflix called Thank You Next.
Thank You Next?
Yeah. It's like,
By Ariana Grande.
I hate you. It's a show. It's, I think, a Turkish show. I don't know. It's not a boy thing.
With subtitles.
Oh, mommy, I'm telling you about some shit that's hot. Though.
Okay.
Love
that's
Island is Love Island. White Lotus. So the past seasons of White Lotus have been really good seasons, and maybe this is recency bias, because like when this season came out, season 3, people were chatting shit. Guys were like, these guys have missed with this season, or they changed the song, or they did. So I came to the season with very low expectations, bro. I kept waiting for the season to become weak,
It was
and it just kept
wicked,
getting
bro.
harder and harder and harder. Pause until the end, bro. Where it was like
Harder and harder and harder.
it was spectacular, man. Honestly, like none of you have watched the season of White Lotus, right?
I've only finished season 1.
Okay, you need to watch 2 and 3 because they keep a very thin thread of like of the story. Because you know how White Lotus is, think like the character.
Yeah.
So every season is a different White Lotus in a different country.
Easy.
Yeah.
Because I've only watched season 1, so we didn't know that.
So I think the first one was Hawaii.
Yes.
Then the next one was Italy, I want to say. Then this one was Thailand.
Phuket.
Yeah.
You know, I don't like that concept of I get attached.
Yeah, no, they keep like
I don't like that concept of they keep certain
characters.
yeah.
So they in the first season there was this one character. Something Coolidge. What's her name? No, that actress. Something Coolidge.
Jennifer Coolidge.
Yes, Jennifer
Yeah.
Coolidge. So she was in the first season and the second season. People loved her in the first season. So in the second season she was there as well. Then in the second season they introduced this chick from Insecure. What was her name?
The Kelly in Insecure.
Yes, Kelly in Insecure. They introduced Kelly. So no, Kelly I think might have even been in the first season. I can't remember. Anyway, Kelly is now in also season 3. So they keep like a consistent thread, and a few characters remain from the previous seasons. But the way they do it is so fire, guys. I need to like get into like what they did with the characters in this season, what they did with shots in this season. What did this season was too good, man. And I finished it this morning.
Can I ask, like, what's the genre?
Drama.
That is
Comedy
drama.
drama.
It's drama. Yeah.
Comedy drama, because there's a lot of funny jazz.
Is it like, you know, a thing I like where it has mob things, but this one's a movie, but they always keep the one guy. Knives Out.
It's very similar to Knives. That's
Knives
a
Out.
That's the right genre. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
How many parts does
Because-
Knives Out have?
Knives Out, the third one is coming out soon. So far
Because
it
you
has
see, even
two.
White Lotus, it always starts with a dead body. Then for the entire season, they're building up to how that person died and who died.
Who did it?
You don't know who died.
Oh, you don't know who died.
No, it's just
You don't know-
it's always a
So
body being
basically,
loaded onto
it's
a
also
plane.
it's also a whodunit.
Yes.
Okay.
Not even who done it, because you don't know if they were killed or if they just died on accident or if they. But there's always a body being.
Is there
loaded
ever an
onto a plane.
accident? Is it?
Yeah.
Isn't it
There've
always?
been accidents. Yeah, there've been
Okay.
many. Season 2 it was an accident. Season 1, no, the other 2 were killed. But season
1 was a murder.
yeah, season 1 was a murder. Season 2 were season 3 were murders as well. But
Yeah, I wonder. I've not been watching anything like real, bro. Because July is anime season, so I'm getting ready for that one. So I've only been kubeng anime.
you are secret level.
I was going to ask you. You're doing push-ups. What do you mean getting ready for anime?
What's up, man?
Like,
Meditating.
July is anime
Yeah,
season,
that's what you
man.
do. I remember I feel you.
The thing with anime is,
Yeah.
yeah,
Ready.
it takes so long for them to release a season. You've forgotten the other one. So you need to rewatch.
Refresh
Like
your
this week,
mind.
I was watching Kaiju just to remember, because the new Kaiju is coming out in 2 weeks. So now I'm done with that one. But I'll tell you this: I've also been kubeng Love Island by force. The guys were, they know themselves. I've only watched the first 2 episodes.
Island.
You guys are watching Love
I
Island. as the
cannot
homies.
take that. Nah, not the homies.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Relax.
As the homies.
What's wrong with that?
Watch it on your own.
Wait for the Premier League.
Is
Yeah.
Love
Go
Island
and do your job. Wait for the Premier League, bro.
is Love Island pornography? What
No,
is it?
it's not, but it's very like gossipy.
Yeah.
As a guy who watched Love Island, because I watched Love Island in LDC.
As a guy who gossips,
I remember
as
finishing.
in,
Who said I gossip?
nigga, we've gossiped together.
Stop gossiping about me. Stop gossiping about
But
me.
I'll tell you guys this. That I can't watch more than 1 episode a day, bro.
Yeah, after watching an episode of Love Island, you have
It
to go like
is
on a run or like
cringe,
bro, like do push-ups.
You need to watch, like,
immediately
yeah,
after.
Recharge your man
Would
battery.
you,
Yeah.
do you think you guys would like? How long do you think each one of you? How long do you think you would survive in the villa?
2 days.
Why?
But guys be kissing.
I'll say this about Love
That's
Island.
what.
And yeah, for you, it'd fit right in, bro.
Uh-huh.
I'll say this about Love Island. Love Island guys, like, they be having too much muscles.
Yeah, thank you. I was
No,
about to say,
no,
man.
no. I'm not talking about like.
No, let me first give you that male POV, then you can tell me. What you
No,
think.
no.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about aesthetically.
Oh, okay.
No.
In general.
I mean, you as
Like
you,
the
your
action.
character, like knowing what you have to do on Love Island. Go wake up in the morning. I do wake up early. They wake up at 6. Wake up at 6, pretend around to work out for an hour.
Yeah.
Then go and chat to babes the whole day.
I don't think Love Island is a show.
The whole-
Melvin on roids. Because I can't discount the body thing.
Yeah.
Me on roids. I would win.
You're
Like,
and by
I
the
would
way,
thrive, bro.
to win,
Yeah.
you can't just be a Lavingos guy.
No, you have to be
The
like,
Lavingos guy never wins. The guy who wins is the guy who has drama at first,
Yeah.
then Lavingos
settled
in the
down, like
end.
someone really like.
Exactly.
And then maybe I would.
Yeah, I won't lie.
Maybe I would.
Love Island is not the show I would want to go for.
Which one?
Which
do you
one
want
do
to
you
go?
wanna
Survivor.
Low-key?
Toto man. Toto man squared.
I always say
No,
the
okay,
Survivor. Survivor
let's
was
see.
so dirty.
If
man.
there was-
So
that was
dirty.
always
If
dirty.
there was
Always
like
getting
Were they
bitten by
bathing?
mosquitoes.
They weren't
if there was like a
bathing.
too hot to handle without the addiction.
Addiction
go
to
for
what?
that.
Wait, everyone on Too Hard to Handle has an
They're like
addiction.
sex addicts, bro.
Okay, they might not even have the addiction, but then they are told to like go on camera and act like you're the thirstiest.
Yes.
hottest girl.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm not doing all that. But like, if the concept of like don't touch anyone.
Yeah, that's when you do it.
Yeah, because Love Island, man, I'm not going there to look for love. I'm here for a good time. It's an island.
I
we're in the
promise you.
Caribbean.
No one. They also they're going for love. No one is looking for love.
Yeah, but guy, I can't act.
Because how
Because
how
when the babe
within
tells
3
me,
days
"Oh, I
you're
love
telling
you," I'll tell her,
someone
"Yo, relax."
I've got feelings for you in 3 days.
Yeah, in this,
I think
in the first
Something
episode
special
of
about you. I think I'd enjoy it, bro. I swear, I think I'd enjoy
in
it.
the first episode of this season, yeah, there's this chick who tells the guy love you by accident. What's her name? Huda.
Yeah, Huda.
Yeah, she
Huda
tells-
is
She
not
tells the guy love you
kawa.
by accident. Even him, he was like, oh.
Things in the mind are helter skelter.
So I saw you guys. Me, I don't want that babe.
But yeah,
Nah,
but
nah, nah. If you're Huda,
you'll be there and you're cooking, right? You're cooking. They bring Kasa, more babes now. They separate you. They take you to meet new babes.
That's the jazz I like.
That's but you've fallen in love.
Nah.
You've fallen in love.
I
On
literally
a show.
met you 2 weeks ago.
I've known you
Because
for
for me,
3
like,
nights.
You can't remove me from reality, bro.
I
I
know.
literally just met
No,
you,
I
bro.
think if you're there the whole time, like if you don't come in as a bombshell, I think if you're there from the jump,
How long is it? It's like 2 months.
For 3 months,
if you're there from the
12
jump,
weeks.
let me
That's what
find
I know.
out. It's 12 weeks.
I think.
About,
I mean, Dami and India are still together. Is her
Are
name
still
India? Was her
together.
name India?
yeah,
I
that's
love
it.
together.
I love them.
I
And
love
India
them.
was so beautiful.
They're
bro. I love
wow.
them, bro.
Nah, I
What
won't
a
lie.
face card.
In this
And
Love
Dami
Island
was like,
there's-
Dami did some fucked up shit in the
Yeah,
beginning,
but
but
like-
Who is Dami?
he had the redemption
yeah,
arc.
Dami's just that guy, and I feel like I'll take that.
Which
Dami
Love
part.
Island is this? Like UK.
Yeah.
Yeah, UK.
I last watched like season 1 of Love Island.
Yeah. That was a good season.
Yeah, but then like because all those like now like Dami went to Casamora and did some stupid shit.
You have to.
Yeah, you have to.
What do you mean you brought
You
for
honestly,
me?
you have
You
to.
brought for me 5 new
And
baddies.
honestly, if you can't forgive me, I don't want you. If you can't
5
forgive
new
me, keep your
baddies.
love.
But
in this season-
her they also brought for her bombshells and she didn't do anything.
Okay, and I'm proud of you.
See? And that's
I'm
why I
proud
love
of
you.
you, yeah.
That was your
I'm
choice,
proud of you,
by
yeah.
the way.
I'm proud
You
of you
could
for
have.
doing that, but you did that for you. I also did this for me.
She
Yeah.
did that for the relationship.
On an
what
island, there's blue arrest day with sand. I'm on a beach in a fire villa.
Yeah, I have muscles from steroids. Do you know what they took for me to get these muscles?
Brother,
Do you know how they gave me like? They told me, "Yo, you're coming on this show next, like in the next 6 months.
you need to pump.
Get muscles." That type of roids that I had to inject myself.
And they bring 5 new bodies.
Do you know
And
how
you're
small my
telling me
balls are right now? Do you know what I need to?
If you've been
Imagine
on
it shrunk. Bro. I need to bring it back to a
let
base
me
level,
ask,
bro.
if you've been on roids though, because you're gonna be shirtless 24/7.
Yeah.
On roids do that stupid shit of giving like acne on your
I think they do
chest,
some
on your
management.
back.
I think they do some management.
Yeah.
Also, probably if you have that reaction, they probably
The
bounce.
budget of that show.
They
I
bounce
don't
you
think-
like
They probably
a
bounce you. But also, I'll say this, man. Guys in the UK, like, they have muscles, bro. Guys have been down the roads, bro. Guys did the roads at like 16. They got
Yeah.
through that. All that just now. They're
Guys
just
be
on
I
having
feel
TV.
even in the
battles,
States is this. I don't know about roids per se, but then I feel like sometimes in the States, guys can show you a 16-year-old and you're like, hey.
No, those guys, there's also like a genetic component to it. Because now if you start trades, us, we might first gain weight, bro. Before,
Those guys are all mostly like West Africans and probably have it in them.
yeah.
Anyway, man.
But yeah, with our bodies, man, we're not the archetype for these shows, bro.
No,
we need like a year.
It'll be late though if it was just us, man. Just
You
guys.
get to
man.
it, yeah,
But did you see
Don't
the guy?
bring guys,
Did
bro.
you see the guy who won America last year? Cordell. Cordell is not the buffest guy or the tallest guy. Cordell is
But
like
he's still lean.
he's Melvin is lean.
Yeah,
He's listen. Let me describe
Okay.
for you Cordell.
What's
Cordell
define
has
lean?
hair. Let me tell you. No, Cordell's
mind you, Cordell is Odell Beckham's brother, bro. Look at that jeans. Look at that jeans. Yes.
no,
you can't
no.
convince me. That guy-
I can
that
show
is
you
genetic.
them standing next to each other.
Let me search.
Cordell
Let
Beckham,
me search.
and get a photo of him next to his brother.
That one I don't.
One thing about Cordell though, his face card is immaculate. He has very nice hair. He's a lean guy. He's like 5'8". He wasn't that guy who came. In fact, his chick wasn't feeling him at first. She was like, it gives boy.
And then that guy is built like Sanjing Woo, bro. Like
Who's Sanjing?
that's solo leveling.
Anime
Look at
season
him, he
we are
built
day.
like us. He takes off his shirt and he's ripped in every muscle.
You know those guys who wear like the chest is so wide and then the waist comes
waist is
down
like
into a narrow V.
this.
with those
Maybe
bones
they'll
at
be like
BPP.
that,
No,
that enter the
he's not like
pants.
that. He's not like that.
okay.
He's not like that at all. He won.
Yeah,
And his chick was
we're
like,
not saying you have to be
his
buff.
chick was like 27.
She was hard.
Yeah, she is. She's 26 or 27 and him was 23. And when he came in, she wasn't feeling him at all. She was like, nada. He insisted, bro.
I'm not doing all that.
Anyway, to be fair though, that time when they bring your relatives, like to talk to you on phone, his relative was Odell. And then of course, Odell thingied on all his socials that, guys, vote my bro.
guy, yeah.
Exactly. So
Yeah. We're not saying you have to be buff.
us would be using the
But
pod to say, guys,
this is
vote
actually the perfect
Melvi.
segue. Brother, we need tests and we don't have the bodies for Love Island, bro.
Yeah, also, hey, hold on. 2 weeks, 6 eggs a day. 2 weeks, 6
Come
eggs
on.
a day consistently.
So that's
Not
that's,
a day skipped, 6 eggs a
But I
day.
go to the gym though.
Once a week. Once a week, I won't lie. But I still be exercising in the crib
So
Before
listen, so that means in a week you ate 42 eggs.
I'm even scared to count.
7 times 6 is
I am,
42.
but I don't even want to
And
count.
that
Even
means in 2
Sunday.
weeks you've eaten 84
Every day.
eggs.
Every day. Except today. Today the eggs come. I forgot to buy eggs.
You've eaten 84 eggs.
Listen, bro.
84 eggs.
How are you feeling?
I don't think I've eaten 84 eggs this year.
I'm starting to.
And we are halfway there, yeah.
I can't have them hard boiled. I cannot have them hard boiled.
So what do you do?
Fried.
Yeah, I fry them, which makes it easier to eat them.
At once.
At once, bro.
Like,
Six
how
at
big
once.
is that frying pan, bro?
It's a regular size frying pan. Obviously, I guess like big. It's not like a factory size frying pan. Yeah, it's not like Rolex size frying pan, but like it gets the job done. And I can see myself doing this.
Okay, like how do you make them? Like the veggies and everything, like normal
I just
omelet.
chop onions, chop tomatoes if I want to, and throw them in. What I'll say is, you'll be surprised how quickly 6 eggs disappear, bro.
When
Like
fried.
eggs are literally just protein. Like it's different
Yeah.
from carbs. If I
Yeah.
had 6 of anything carbohydrate, bro,
Do not be kawa, bro.
I would not be able to. I wouldn't get as
Function.
hungry as quickly as I get by having 6 eggs. Because I have the breakfast I have is super protein rich, but I'm hungry by lunchtime, which I think is a good thing.
Yeah.
That means I'm getting all the protein I need, or at breakfast, and the rest of the day everything's just an addition.
Really? Are you?
I
Are you?
envy you
Is
for
it?
that,
Does it work
bro.
out like that? Like when you have your shake with your eggs, you get all the protein you
Yeah.
need. Wow. Okay.
You're hungry by lunch.
I'm hungry by lunch.
If I ever eat a heavy breakfast, I may eat supper.
That's why.
Thanks,
That's
bro.
why you're young.
But you'll be surprised what
Like,
makes a breakfast. You'll be
like-
surprised what makes a breakfast heavy. If I have like, even if I had 3 eggs and a bunch of potatoes on the side, or like cassava, or even if I put those 3 eggs in bread, very different from just having the eggs.
Yeah. Of course.
For some reason, I think I have a very slow metabolic rate.
Is it? Eggs at cassava is heavy.
It's heavy, bro. But what makes it heavy is because
Like,
you'll get
I've
full.
never had it, but like just the thought of it.
Carbohydrates.
In uni, I had there's this guy in my discussion group. So when we'd like take a break while discussing, when we'd have all the discussions, I'm like, oh guys, let's have some tea. It's 11 a.m., 10 a.m. You'd get black tea with you'd have milk tea, kawa. He would wrap cassava in a chapo,
Fried.
fried cassava.
In a chapati.
That's a
No,
ca-
constipated.
casserolex.
Like, there was
You guys
that
don't know what that
kawa.
guy's dealing with. Bro.
Yeah.
The guy is constipated as hell.
Why?
Then the days when there was no chapo, you'd put the cassava in a bun. He downs the
What's with cassava, bro?
he liked cassava, and I'm like,
Cassava is fire. I won't
Cassava
know,
is
but
fire,
like,
bro. When it's soft, when it's soft.
Yeah, keep it snacky,
wrapping a cassava in a bun is
nuts.
wild.
Yeah.
Bruh. And I don't actually think this was once. This was daily.
That guy had laxatives. Eh?
Yeah, I don't understand why he would do that. That doesn't make any
I
sense.
guess it kept him really full.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that does not make any sense. Though. Anyways, we sidetracked, man.
Yeah.
We sidetracked.
Yeah.
But let's discuss, man. What's on our list?
On our docket.
What's on our list?
Like
Oh yeah,
this
let's
is
do revive since we're talking
Yeah,
about
this is
it.
a
Yeah.
proper
Perfect
segue to
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
perfect. Let's do revive. So 2 weeks ago, we went to Revive Wellness Center. We had been invited by Dr. Amanda. You guys should go watch the episode if you haven't watched it.
Shout out Dr. Amanda.
Dr.
Shout out
Amanda.
Revive Wellness.
So we went there, and we did these tests, right?
Comprehensive.
Comprehensive tests, man. That kind of just give you like a general overview of where you are health-wise. So me, Windek, and Sido did the test. And after that, we did yoga. Shout out to, what's his name? Mugisha?
Mugisha.
Shout out to Mugisha.
Alan.
Spectacular yoga class. I think it's called Deep Stretch.
Yeah.
It was a blast. Yeah, man. So we've come with our results, bro. Because
Yeah.
we're adding it to the... Do you know this was supposed to be an accountability episode?
No,
What?
with accountability episode happens, the month has ended. So first weekend of
Last weekend
July.
of the month.
No, next Saturday is accountability. I already thought
I said
about
don't try
it.
and do mob things next week. Well, I did this last time. Yeah, anyways. So yes, we did our tests. We're going to discuss the results. Yeah, man. And then we see how we can change things. 'Cause I think everyone has some things to change, man. Okay. Let's get into it. Casper has my things. I don't have my phone. So you read my things and then we'll react.
What? I read every single thing of yours.
I don't know the important things.
Yeah, then put like metabolic age.
Metabolic age. This means how old my body is.
Yes.
Not how old.
For reference, what's your biological age?
28.
Turning
Turning 29.
His metabolic age is 33.
Okay, that's not that bad.
That's not bad.
That's not that
It's
bad.
a friggin' cane.
33 is slightly older than I am.
4 years older than you. 5 years older than you.
Yeah. So 30-year-old babes will be thinking that we're too young,
Man.
I've been to mature, man. I'm mature.
Don't make me pull
I have
out
an
my
old
stats.
soul.
Don't make me pull out my
Don't
stats.
make me show you, man.
Also, old body. Them ones,
Old body. Also, also
body, mind, body, soul. Bro.
for guys, in case guys don't know how this works, your metabolic age should not be older. Like, I don't want people to think that that's a good thing.
Flexing. No. It's not a good thing for you to your body to be older. In fact,
to be young.
it's best for your body to be as much younger than you as it possibly can be.
Yeah.
But there are also extremes to that.
Yeah, don't be
Not
five.
too young.
Don't be a toddler.
Yeah, that's
Don't
not
be a
count.
toddler.
That's not count.
Don't be a toddler.
I don't know why. I feel like reading everything else is just intimate details about someone's
get into
life.
Let's
But you see,
get
that
under the
is
covers.
everybody. But you see, if we get under your covers,
Yeah.
Sydney, do you want us to get under your covers?
We're doing it. We're doing it.
Yeah, what a guy's going to Simbu. Man, look at that guy. He has what 18% body fat.
Come with me.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Melvin.
I don't know. She's acting like it's like dick size, bro. Like, relax.
There is your height.
That's just. Oh. Quiet. I forgot to even blur that part out.
You said we're going to under the covers. There's your height. Should we start there?
The height is under
That's too
details. It's
confidential.
not.
That's too confidential.
It wasn't comprehensive like that.
That's
Relax.
why even accurate? They didn't even measure me.
They didn't even
They didn't measure me.
Yeah. We're about to just there.
I'm dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the height thing we fill in before.
Yeah.
They ask you how tall do you think you are?
So you could have even lied and
Also,
overinflated.
Wendy lied and said he was 5'11".
No.
Now that I think about it,
Wendy,
now
I
that I
promise
think about
you,
it.
No.
you're not 5'11".
Believe me.
I-
I didn't
I
say that.
Hey, what did you tell them? You told them how
Brody.
tall are you?
I told you I was 5'9".
No, you said it's 6 feet.
Imagine being
5'11"
on
in
eye
shoes.
level, like
Wendy,
I with Dr.
You were there
Amanda, and
appropriately
you're like,
for your
"I'm 6'1".
age, but now it's a bit.
Yeah,
5'11" in
that's
shoes.
what I'm talking about.
Nah.
Imagine being eye to eye with Dr. Amanda, and you tell her I'm 6 feet. She's like,
No,
what?
she's
Who
looking
said
at you
that?
like, I
Like,
guess.
yeah, like no. Imagine like you've decided you're going to cook.
Yeah.
Like, but I'm 6 feet. She's like,
You know what's funny? She was asking me about my age, and rather my height, and then I was like, and then she went on and asked me, "Are you taller than Melvin?" And I was like, "Yeah." So she just gave me a number.
This nigga is not taller.
Yeah,
I
it's
think we
not
need to stand next to him.
back to back.
Yeah, he's not taller.
Believe me, I am.
Okay. Hamza Melvin, age 28, weight 62.8.
Also, I want to say, I have a weighing scale at home. To be fair, it was free. To be fair.
Free
It was a
from
free
where?
weighing scale. Some boy of mine got it, I think, as a gift, end of year gift. No,
From
seems
like
like
the
it's
company.
branded, yeah. So he gave it to me. That's not the weight he gives me. Maybe he gives me like a few more kilos. I'm not mad at that though.
Okay.
62. That's light, but
68.
like,
Yeah. So should that 62 fat 21%,
A bit nuts.
fat
21%
percentage.
body fat,
then fat mass 13.19 kg, fat free mass 49.61 kg, muscle mass 47.10 kg.
Mostly muscle.
To be fair, though.
Take account, mostly muscle.
Don't kill me. BMI 21.20,
Yeah.
and then metabolic age 33.
Yeah. The doctors can tell us. I think they were supposed to give us something a bit more detailed, but they haven't sent it to us.
Yeah. As in, this just has loads of figures.
Yeah. I'm not fully sure what they mean.
What do you guys think? Like, how about we just like when you read something, we all share?
Oh, okay.
It would make more sense like
Okay.
that.
So we start with age. His metabolic age is 33.
Wendy.
Me, I'm 28,
What is 28?
What's your real age?
26.
Okay.
42.
Why are you laughing like that? No, me what has made me laugh is him saying.
That's
Oh,
almost-
I was supposed to tell you when the guy who was telling you he went on his metabolic age is 15.
Hey.
His real age, he's 23.
That's not kawa.
Isn't that nuts?
That's not
No, that's
Yeah,
actually
super
really kawa.
nuts, yeah.
Nuts.
That's
kawa.
actually really
That's super
kawa.
kawa. Well, we're going to discuss goals after this.
I
but me, have some wild
don't
goals.
want to reveal his things
No,
here,
guys,
but I have his document.
Hear me out.
His
This is what I'm saying,
stats
it's not
are.
kawa.
His stats are.
They're kawa, eh?
Eh?
I guess then it's his body because when you're too young, that means you're burning through both fat and
No.
muscle.
If I show you his muscle mass,
Then it's kawa. If the muscle mass is kawa, then it's kawa.
I can't
But
reveal.
also, let's relax. What 15-year-olds are they using as the base level?
To know, like
What
what?
15-year-olds are you guys using?
If I go to S3E,
And like pick a sample of 15-year-old boys. They're not going to be the most muscular, bro. Anyway, we move.
I know. I guess they're saying an ideal 15-year-old. Is that it?
What's the ideal though?
There are standards to it.
What are the
Those,
stand-
you
what
know,
are the-
you,
what's the
you know
basis?
those guys. You know those guys who are, all their lives have been training to join the NFL. Those guys.
That's ideal.
You peak 15 years
That's
old.
not ideal. That's like
Yeah,
that's
not-
now peak. That's beyond like that's like super.
Oh, athlete is above peak. Eh?
Yes, that's above. That can't be the what does that? Okay, I guess ideal means like perfect.
Okay.
Like in a
Not the
perfect
guy.
world.
I think they're
Average.
The guy, I think.
Isn't
Can't
it?
mean average, no.
If you're going by world standards, it's not average.
Because healthy
Ideal.
can't mean anyway. I guess maybe they're saying best case scenario.
Probably.
Think so? Yeah, like best
probably.
case, if you're eating correctly and exercising correctly, this should be your standard. I guess this is what a 15-year-old should be. I don't know. Anyway.
And right now you're a 15-year-old.
No, but you know, isn't it like some carbon jazz? I don't know. Yeah.
And that's
started
why
cooking
when
now.
you're
I think when
supposed- I think
Dr.
we should
Amanda
reach
comes
out.
back, we'll have to ask more questions.
Yeah. So I was saying, okay, we've done metabolic age, weight 62.8 kg.
105.
105. Yeah, you're twice as heavy as me.
Brother.
I don't like that.
As in,
The guy occupies space.
What's yours?
I'm 60.6.
60.
what's weight?
First weight,
Why don't-
60.
62. Why don't you like it, Melvin?
I don't like that. Like,
Toss you that side.
I say until might not be able to toast me, but you can like lay
That's
on.
not how it works.
I've seen like I've seen in you don't watch MMA, but like when there's a heavier fighter
I thought they'd be in the same weight class. Like,
yes,
Yeah,
but they
but
can be a
like,
heavier
even in the
one.
weight class,
The weight
yeah.
class it can be a heavier.
I thought the range B is like tiny. Like, they give you like space of
tiny.
like 10 kg.
No, it's not necessarily tiny.
It's like, what? Like, don't tell me a range is Mbu.
But also,
Mbu 60
please
kg to
note,
90 kg is the
in
same
a
weight
fight,
class.
In an MMA fight, 10 kgs is more.
That's more.
That's
And also,
more.
you see, we can be similar weights, but there's still like just a generally bigger guy.
Oh, yeah, like someone maybe is taller.
Yeah,
like,
and also in weight classes, there's a guy who's climbing. A guy can be in a lower weight class and be like, no, I want to climb and fight guys in a heavier weight class. So some of those guys' tactic is just to lay on you, bro. And wear you out. You're trying to lift this guy
Bone
off. So if
density,
me and
man.
him fought, he can just lay on me and that alone will get me tired. Yeah, so
Be like a sumo wrestler.
Okay. Fat percent. Fat percentage 21%.
The what?
20
5%?
Yeah, 21%.
33.
20.
That is actually really decent.
That's like, by the way, in all of this, when I got this, Amanda said, go yokawa. It's just a few things you have to lose. Just a few.
Yeah.
Yeah.
20% for Windeke.
Yeah.
Okay. Fat mass 13.19.
Kgs.
35.
35 kgs.
12.12.
Okay, this kind of
First of all,
tally,
before
I
we
guess.
go any further, I've been noticing a trend, Like, guys really utilize that anonymous. Before you guys come and say, I'm an adult, I have a right to decide whether I want to come and put my business in front of 8,000 people. You understand? I did not want to, and I will not. So, okay.
Fair enough.
Don't bother coming in the... Anyway, we shall address it when we reach the subs. But you guys can nag, but we shall address it when we reach the subs. Anyway, fat free mass 49.61 kg.
69.
69.
Bro, I think it was like working in errors, bro. You know that the whole number is the same as after the decimal point. So mine is 48.48.
Interesting.
As the other one was also like
Perfect.
12.12.
Yeah, nice.
You know, I'm
Muscle
perfect.
mass
So.
47.10.
Amen, bro. Amen.
47.10.
Made in his image.
47 muscle mass 47.10 kg.
66.1.
Kg or muscle.
Yeah.
Men are so interesting.
Wow.
They're using the muscle for.
So this is meat.
When they're jabbing us, you
Lifting
think
the weight of the world. Bro.
Don't even piss me off, bro. What weight, Wama?
Mine is 46 kgs.
You know how you can see a guy and you think, oh my god, the guy is super tiny. He must be so weak.
Kumbe, the muscles within.
No, brother. No, let
That
me tell
guy
you.
is working.
Let me tell you this. Don't ever let a guy, don't ever let a guy, like, grip both your wrists like this. And you're trying to get out of that. Ah, la, 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 la.
but it's different. Like,
As it's all of a sudden, it's like, bruh, as in?
but also statistically, when it comes to like upper body strength,
Yeah,
most
women
babes are like,
But
yeah.
they are trying to grip her legs. Like you learn something special. You learn something special about leg strength. Never play with chicks' legs. I learned that one as a boy. Never play with chicks' strength. I could mess with my sisters when they
But
were
when she
like,
starts kicking,
when maybe they were
standing.
standing on their feet. What if she lay back like this?
like a kangaroo.
You know, her legs up thing, guys. Doing them up. You dare get close to those legs. The kick you'll experience. It's like a stallion, bro.
I'll tell you
That's
this.
a stallion.
The babes that can do pull-ups, a few.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
The babes that do that kind of thing in the gym where you could bend your leg like so.
Or squats, bro.
Yeah.
Or like what they're able to do with their legs. Don't play with chicks' legs. Don't play with chicks' legs. Anyways,
Uh-huh.
is that all?
No, we had done muscle mass. Okay. We did metabolic age. Do you want to do BMI? I don't believe in BMI, but
Like metabolic age is a better
I think we should
standard
just
than
do- what
BMI.
did
yeah, metabolic age is a better.
What did they advise us to improve? And we can keep it pushing.
There are no notes on this thing, but what did they tell you guys?
Remember, yeah.
Yeah, so for me, Amanda just told me to get to like 85
kgs.
Yeah. Pretty much just to decrease the... What are those things? Fat-free what? Nah, just the fat percentage. That's it. Because the thing that shows fat and muscle, like an axis, top corner, bro.
As in muscle.
But equally.
Mob fat.
No, but still, your muscle is still more than twice your fat. Your muscle is
the
like
muscle is more.
60 something.
That's all I
kg.
need to reduce. Yeah. And that, she said that can take me down to like 30 metabolic age. So guys, we are back in the gym.
Brother, weren't you out last night drinking?
Yeah, but I'm back in the gym.
Today, okay.
she told me more muscle. But then she said when she looked at the stats and the axis, something was off with the axis. But she still said more muscle, maybe because of my metabolic age. I'm not sure, but more muscle is what they advise me.
I'll tell you guys this. That thing that shows right arm, left arm. My left arm is mob.
My left arm is stronger as well.
Your left arm is stronger. Why?
I don't know.
I'm left-handed, so for me,
Hey, from beating the
use your left arm. That's a bit nuts. Using the weaker arm.
I think it depends on
What font you're writing in?
We're children of God, yeah.
That's
what I used
funny.
yesterday. No, I'm playing.
If you're right-handed and use your left hand, there's
Right, that's
there's some hand-eye coordination.
I know.
Guys are so dumb. I remember in high school, guys used to say, if you use your
Dominant hand.
dominant hand, it feels like it's someone else. Yeah, guys are so nasty, bro.
Mind you, someone else, as in a fellow man, because the hand can be this huge. But
Nah, no one knows you like yourself.
Ah.
I'll say that.
don't,
Yeah,
I can't.
No one knows it.
Wendy,
That's it. Oh, Wendy,
what
what did they
what
advise
did they advise you?
I was advised to put on some muscle. Yeah. And also get some sleep. So
Get
Some
some.
steps,
some sleep.
sleep.
Yeah.
Oh, you told her about your horrible sleep.
She was on the pod and I talked about it.
Yeah.
It was like, so you're the one who didn't sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, it's good to push, man.
Yeah.
Don't do as I do.
But you also don't sleep. I was gonna
Don't do as
say.
I do.
The only person who seriously sleeps is Melvin.
Don't do as I do.
I sleep.
Do as I say.
Anyways, man.
Yeah.
Guys, push.
Yeah.
Also, even the body was in equilibrium. So the strength was
this-
equal.
This
your
guy's
legs on your
body is
right was
quite balanced.
stronger.
I'll tell you that.
And even like, so after this, we did yoga. Windeg was right in front of me. Windeg is actually very fit, bro.
Don't even say that, bro.
Yeah, Windeg is like a
Flexible.
I'm the most unfit guy you
no,
ever
okay, not
meet, bro.
fit, but like
Some things I was seeing, they
are still
refused.
flexible. No, I think he has like a high fitness ceiling. Like Windeg might be one of those guys who like if he
whatever
decides to
tries,
get into it,
yeah, he can get
he
into
can
it.
really like.
But you're also those guys. Aside from stretching, you're
I know that
also
was
one of those
stretchy,
guys.
yes. Yeah, but like just Windeg was in front of me, and like there's things Windeg can do, like they're sitting on the hills thing. Windeg did it with ease. I was like, this guy has been sitting across
when
from
they
me
told
for
us sit on the
entire year. Hear me complaining about sitting on my heels. Me and Sido could not sit on our heels.
I looked at Melvin and we looked at each other like,
Nah, I'm not even gonna play that game.
The one
I
guy
haven't
was
had time
killing
to
you and
stretch.
Sido, bro.
I need like
Sido was
I need 3
killing
sets.
me, bro.
I'll
He
tell
would sit on
you
my
guys
heels.
this about that deep stretch thing.
Yeah,
But I'm more a power guy, bro.
yeah.
Give me metals. That's stretching.
Yeah, that's stretching.
There's a point where I reached and I was like, boss,
No,
you want
but
to kill me.
But you know, when you the further you go into yoga, you can take the route that leads you into power yoga, that needs strength and I don't know how to say that word.
Calisthenics.
That one.
Lucky,
and that
when
requires
you did the
loads of
calisthenics
strength.
thing,
Yeah.
I lucky did it. I
Yeah,
was like,
we
this
did.
is where this is where I bathe.
Yeah. Now for me, I was like, brother, we came here to stretch. Can you stretch? What are you doing?
Guys, stretch us, man. Pause.
But the other chick was so fit.
You know that thing
Oh,
you
no,
guys
I think
posted? Guys
she's-
cooked me.
Eh,
That thing all of you were doing, that thing guys used to
That thing was hard and scary.
I think she's
Okay,
not.
break your neck.
For that chick in particular, I think she's double jointed or hypermobile. I don't know if that's the same thing. But those people who, you remember when we were kids, those people who would stand and their legs would go, like inside immediately. Those people tend to be really, really flexible.
My sister.
Yeah, but yes, what's that? What's ours? Are we half jointed?
Man, I also like we just don't have joints where you're like a plank of
Why
wood.
is our? Because honestly,
Because I'm not double jointed. I'm not as flexible as her.
But you're flexible. Though.
many women are as flexible.
As it, I'm like I'm
And
normal.
I'll tell you this.
chick
There are
flexible.
some exercises I didn't like, bro.
And
Saying
also
that
you-
spread your knees. And then bend
That
forward.
frog. Whoa, that frog.
What was the
There
frog?
was a frog pose.
Yeah,
Where
that
like
thing
your
was
knees
possible.
are spread apart,
But your
arms
feet are
are in
together.
the middle, and
And
like
then stretching
yo
front.
yo
Where's
yo.
my
yo.
Were
bum
you
is
squatting?
exposed.
Squatting.
Bending?
Kneeling.
Oh, kneeling. Yeah.
The guy said,
He said
widen the
wider
knees
than
further
the mat.
Oh.
mat.
Arching?
No, it
Our-
wasn't an
our-
arch.
Like it wasn't an arch, but
Lucky
that
it turned into
yeah,
it,
that
bro.
kind
Yeah.
of.
Then put your.
That thing was hard.
It was not necessarily hard,
Yeah, I
but
didn't do
like
it.
my cheeks
I didn't do it
felt
fully.
exposed.
What did you
bro.
I
do?
didn't put my knees further than the mat.
Ah.
I could bend it and I was
Oh,
like,
what was hurting? Like the inside of your thighs? What's that? The abductors?
Generally, my quads are quite tight. So anything that requires for a full stretch of the quads,
oh,
I
so
can
for
do.
you, you're talking about the actual exercise.
Yeah.
For me, it was a mental thing, bro.
Or just
There's a
You
way
were
I looked,
posing
man.
too
Yeah,
much.
I was
I
like,
mean, I paused at the beginning of the session
And moved on.
one pause for the whole session.
Guys, do you know that
Guy made
the
us
whole time,
open our cheeks in that thing. I was like,
I would say.
the whole time we were doing that thing, that bending thing, the one thing which was in my mind was, you know, this thing which is like a voice on TikTok or other things, like when like this is bullshit. This
This is some bull.
But I'll tell you this.
that was
During
in
that
my
thing, they
mind
could
the
have
whole
cut me a
time.
back shot, bro. Because like
As in?
our cheeks were more open.
As in?
Man,
How-
bro,
how-
men, liberate yourselves, man.
Brother.
Liberate yourselves.
Free
This is after
yourself,
saying-
Our
man.
cheeks were too open.
You're in a
But I'll
prison.
tell you this. That thing of breathing and getting high, I got high.
OMG, guys.
I got
I got
high.
a head rush.
Hey,
Yeah.
Really high.
And him saying, we did what, 35?
36.
36 reps. He said 180. Get,
I think he said 208.
108.
nothing killed me like Melvin asking, how many times?
108 is the equivalent smoking a joint.
Yeah,
I want to try it.
I think I'll try that.
I don't remember the exact exercise though.
I remember it
I
well.
think you can Google it and see.
I know there's
Through
something
your
you
nose, bro.
Yeah, what's it?
If I did 108 of that, I would get it.
It was through your
Anyway,
nose, out your mouth, and there was something about
No, it
the
was
core or
basically
something.
just that.
Really. Anyway, fun time. I liked that
Yeah,
yoga
we
session.
should definitely do that again. Yeah, check out Revive, man. We've been all over their pages. Guys have been like DMing us and atting us and
Yeah.
mentioning us in the comments. So shout out to Revive. Okay, next topic, man. Next topic. First, read the topic so I know what we should discuss on this one and what we shouldn't.
Okie dokie.
There's some quick ones as well.
Actually, Viva Lalo.
Patreon.
Who can date a billionaire? Tyler Perry assault claim. Mutungo ultimate security company security guard shooting the HR. Saudi sleeping prince.
Let's do Saudi sleeping prince. What was yours? Saudi
I
sleeping.
think like 3 of those on mine.
Okay, let's do a Saudi sleeping prince first. We'll save Balalo for Patreon. But we'll do Tyler Perry.
Okay.
Okay, Saudi sleeping prince.
Guys, I wrote this thing on Monday, so I hope I remember the details, bro.
Okay.
So there's this Saudi prince, as it says. This guy has been in a coma since what, 2005?
2005.
2005.
Sleeping Beauty.
Something like that, bro. He was in a coma. I don't remember. Was it an accident?
Yeah, it was an accident.
Yeah. And then he woke up last week. Yeah. And for me, it was like, cool. Calm, we're glad he's woken up.
Bro, you didn't wake up, man.
Mm-hmm.
No. You didn't wake up. Apparently, like, because now for me, I read about it today. So apparently there were, every few years, there are rumors of him waking up. And there'll, like, be videos that surface. But it's always just lookalikes. So the one of last week was some other racer, they gave his name, who had also been in a car accident. So they pictured that guy, videoed him in recovery. And he looks like the prince, so they said, oh, the prince is in recovery, he's awake. But nah, the guy is still...
See, I didn't even know that. I didn't know that because when I read it, they were saying the guy is awake.
Yeah.
Is he the heir to the throne?
I don't think so.
not.
No, I don't think so.
He's in the line, but he's not the direct heir.
Yeah.
But imagine, bro, Blacking in 2005, even if you wake up now.
Yeah, he has not been meaningfully conscious since 2005.
He has no brain activity.
No, brain activity is there.
The only thing they've gotten from him since he since he became comatose is twitches, maybe finger movements.
As in, but brain activity, what's it looking like?
Like he's not brain
He's not
dead.
He can't, okay, but
he's
they
not
can't
brain
take
dead,
him off the machines.
Yeah.
Shit.
He's not brain dead.
He is completely on a ventilator and fed through tubes. He has been in there since 2005.
20 years.
And he just celebrated his 36th birthday.
Yeah.
So, bruh, like, it's mad, bruh. It is mad. And obviously, you guys know the cost of ICU.
He's a prince.
I know, but, like, isn't the scale of it kind of maddening? Because obviously, we know what the Saudi kingdom is like and how much money they have. But, like, in this context, isn't that just wild?
20 years.
Oh, but here it would be crazy. But that's what I think they're looking at. No, I'm not letting my child go because of small cash. For them,
because
that's
he's the
small
prince,
cash.
he must have like a floor or something. He must have like
like a whole
wing.
floor security.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can just imagine, and like the family has no plans of giving up.
No.
There's a quote I saw from his dad saying, if he was supposed to die, he would have been in the grave by now.
Yeah.
But he got out of the crash alive, so we're going to keep him alive for as long as like is necessary.
Yeah.
And I guess the Saudi kingdom has that luxury, bro. Because most other people whose people are in ICU, they give up because the cost is just
Crazy.
Yeah, and it's not.
Or they give up because they know the desires or the nature of the person. Like sometimes you're holding on to someone for your benefit, but that's not what they would have wanted. Yeah.
But
So
also,
would you guys sign DNRs?
do not resuscitate.
It's like if we had them in Uganda and there are such situations, would you sign something that says, in such an event, do not resuscitate me, do not keep me on life support, do not, like, blah, blah, blah. Don't hold on, let me go.
I'll leave it to the family to decide.
Depends on how bad. Depends on how bad things are, bro.
As in-
Don't save me if, like, I'm going to come back and, like, I will not even be myself, bro. I'll
Like
have
you're
half
going to
my
be a
brain.
vegetable or something.
Sometimes you
I don't
won't.
want
You won't
Most
be
time, yeah, by the time you reach that part, you won't be yourself.
Don't save me.
So you would sign.
You don't want to
Wendy?
be safe.
I'm dying, bro.
You're dying.
Yeah.
I'm also
Let
dying.
me go, bro.
Like, if that thing was available right now, I'd have signed it at 18.
Let me go.
I'm not holding on.
Yeah, it depends on the family.
And actually, I would sign that, and then I'd sign a donor thing as well, an organ donor, like whatever viable organs I have, give them out.
Selfish guy, I'll stay alive, bro.
They're like Like, there's a chigai we've been plotting for his liver. The chigai.
Yeah.
Not your liver. Sydney, you're not your liver.
Yeah,
Maybe
you
you're.
guys come on.
The liver will take something
It's
else.
not, that's not the
Guys,
liver
I
they're
am
aiming
O
for.
plus. I
Let's
can
take like
donate
his-
my liver to all of you.
You take like this 35
No,
body
you can't
fat.
donate
And in
to
one
Melvin.
condition is it?
He's Oneg.
Oh, I'm on negative.
He's the universal donor, but he only receives from Oneg.
Yeah.
Oh, you told me you guys have a WhatsApp group, right?
Yeah.
Of Onegs in class.
Yes.
I told my brother
Yeah.
to join the Oneg group. He refused.
Does he donate blood?
Yes. I think it's very important for you people to all know each other. You're our lifelines.
Actually,
but
I
you're
met
each
a-
other's
I met
lifelines.
one of my sister's friends on that group. I had no idea she was O negative. And she told me how when she
Should it
gave
be stamped
birth,
on the forehead?
No, but when she gave birth, she needed blood. And literally, the degree of separation between her and I is one person. But we did not know that we were O neg. So it could have come in clutch when she had given birth. And she told me, bro, the next time I'm giving birth, like, you're going to be my call.
Because, man, let me not lie. Guys, donate blood, man. People need it.
Yeah.
People need that blood. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, man. That's the end of the story, bro.
Yeah.
Not too much to say about it. It's just
It's
like,
just shocking that this guy was 16 when he went into this thing and now he's 36.
man, it is insane, bro. It's insane.
But it's also, in my opinion, I understand the love of a parent. That it's kind of cruel, guys. It's as in muscles have atrophied. Like, guys,
I don't.
why?
I think
I
because-
think they are taking very good care of his body.
yes, that's one thing, but I think they also
But there's
know-
only so much the human body can do.
I think they also have the luxury of knowing that, like, if ever something is invented that can bring him back to life, they have
They'll
the
know they didn't
resources
give a,
to-
they'll have the resources to access it.
Yeah.
Because
Like, money is
a lap
not
of a
the
parent,
issue.
even me, I wouldn't release.
Oh, one thing about me though, I want to be released. I wouldn't release.
I wouldn't
And see,
release.
that's the thing,
bro.
'cause,
if,
like-
if I had the PSF,
Let's say he wasn't in a coma, but he was just like disabled to the point that he always has to be taken care of for the rest of his life. They wouldn't release him.
No.
They'll take care of him for the rest
Yeah.
of his life. So I
Yeah.
guess in their minds, that's what they're doing now.
But
like,
you see,
they're taking
my
care of him.
reasoning is if the only thing keeping you alive is machines, you're not alive. That's not the same as being disabled.
That's
like
true.
if they take you off life support, you're dead. You're not alive.
Just existing, you're not living.
Anyway, we don't know what's happening in this brain.
And
can't
sometimes,
know.
anyway.
It's per case. Because ideally, there's always a percentage. Like, depending on the case, depending on what's happening to your body, depending on the organs, there's always the possibility that you will return. So the life support systems are just holding you. Because
Are
ideally, your
assisting,
brain
are
can't.
supporting.
Yeah, so with like the, what do they call this thing again? Ventilator.
Mm.
It's helping you breathe because your brain can't breathe right now.
Yeah.
But it can in the future.
Yeah.
Get? So it's just like, it's in the word life support.
It's
Just
supporting.
saying,
His
I
sit-
don't know.
we are looking at his situation in a broke man's perspective.
that's
We are
what-
not looking at Brockman's perspective.
if I
We
had
are.
the PSF,
Because
No.
number one, the reason why I'm saying it's
that'd be
like
fun.
it's from a broke guy's thingy. It's because these guys, what you said, that they may be keeping him in case something in future is invented. It may actually save his life. Yeah, but for us, since you maybe are a broke guy, bro, like even though something is invented in future, it will be so new for you to actually afford it because things
And
when
also,
they're
I
new,
think
they're
it's a
super
mental
duper
thing for the parents
expensive.
because this guy was 16. That's less than adult, bro. I don't know. I wouldn't release.
Okay. Mutungo Ultimate Security Company, security guard.
This is also yours, right?
That was a short story. Basically, this security guard was fired by, I think, what's the name I put there?
Mutungo Ultimate Security.
Ultimate Security.
Security
That's the name
company.
of the fund. This guy was, like the contract guards too.
Yeah.
So this guy was let go. I don't remember why, but he was let go from Ultimate Security. This security guard, that very day he was let go. Packed up, went, shot the HR.
Like that day they
How
fired
did he
him.
get access to a gun after being fired?
Oh, he hadn't yet handed over his.
I guess, yeah, he hadn't yet. And this was in Mutungo.
Shot her dead.
Shot her dead.
Dead, bro.
Shot her dead and then shot the. I think there was also a security guy there.
Yeah.
Another security guy.
I
tried
know
to
there were like
intervene.
2 bodies.
Shot him dead as well. The police responded fast. There was an exchange. They shot him dead.
What?
There were 3 bodies. Yeah. Terrifying, bro. in Mutungo, literally
Very
just over the
fine.
hill, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
The HR just went like that. I was like, man, HRs, man. Guys be keeping you.
Brother. Mind you, it's not even her decision.
It's not.
Like, it might be a
It was probably
recommendation.
the client's decision, even.
Yeah, but your RIP first of all to everyone involved in the situation.
Man.
Not to be insensitive, obviously, but particularly security companies, they're not the greatest employers. Obviously, we know the pay is low, but even the treatment of these guys, it isn't the greatest, man. So a lot of these guys, a lot of security companies will report that, like, these guys, trigger warning, they kill themselves every year. Most security companies have a guy who killed himself because he could not bear the circumstances. So
That's interesting. I wonder what the contract is like, because if I hire a security person,
You as an
am I the
individual
one
or
who
you
is
as the
responsible
company?
for the welfare? Like,
No.
me who was hired, like, it's my home.
no, it's not you, it's the company.
This is how it works, yeah? You go to a company and you say you're like, I need security. So it's like you're paying for a subscription.
Yeah.
And then every time they come and drop someone.
Under guard, yeah.
So you keep getting different guards.
Yes.
Yeah, it
But
depends.
that's
It's
same
on
guy.
an arrangement.
Legally, how I'm thinking about it is, in case the guard gets into an altercation and they shoot him on my property, not death, but like in my leg,
Yeah.
in his leg, who is liable?
The company is
The
liable.
company
Because
are
the injury
vicariously
happened
liable.
while he was in the line of duty.
Yeah.
While he was on the job. Yeah. So the company is liable.
So me who is paying for the guard, I have no responsibility.
I mean, there's always
You have a contract.
liability.
Yeah, like you
Don't
can't.
put him in like a dangerous situation.
Brother, don't involve him in a shootout. Like, it should be
Yeah.
reasonable security.
Guys have come to shoot me.
Yeah, I mean,
So
yes.
it depends. It depends because if it's something that you've caused, that's different from if it has come to you.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it. Yeah.
Guys,
Don't put a gun to his head, as he.
guys, there is this one
I
thing.
give him food. Like, those are the things I guess.
For example, if your dogs attack him and kill him.
Yeah, okay.
Then
No,
you'll
that's
be
different. Yeah, definitely.
I have this one thing. I know it may be only for me, but I have this one thing. Like, even when I was looking for a house, I was looking for a house with an askari and all that, but I wasn't looking for a house with an armed askari.
You don't like guns.
For some reason, I hate having guns around. Because number one, if you're living in a place with guns, guys who are going to try to steal stuff from there, they're going to come armed
Yes.
as well.
Yes.
So I don't
Or
know.
once they know, your askari is armed, they're coming
Yes,
armed. I
coming
never thought
armed.
of it like that.
That's interesting. I just never thought about it.
Yeah, I feel you.
Guys, I'm not gonna lie. Talking about this is making me anxious.
Yes. But your guys don't have guns.
But I
They have
live.
batons.
They have batons, and we live in a like gated communities,
Yeah.
and we're very many. By the time they reach me, no guys have died.
Trisha.
Yeah,
Anyways,
but
yeah,
R.I.P.,
very sad.
man.
Just very sad.
R.I.P.
I think that there's many things that have to be addressed, man. In that industry, a lot of things have to be addressed, but I can't see them being addressed in the short term until they are like labor laws and labor unions and people really fight for these
Union,
things.
yeah.
Like, yeah, I can't see it
things are
being
bad.
dealt with right now.
Things are.
Those
When you
guys'
look at
licenses are hella expensive.
the what?
Some of them,
Those security organizations,
companies, some of them
Yeah.
are really expensive. Yeah, some are really expensive.
the
Anyways.
licenses are brazy.
Let's talk about Tyler Perry, bro.
Okay.
Let's talk about Tyler Perry. Where do I begin? So the Tyler Perry story it's actually fairly short. There's a gentleman who was working for him, an actor, on one of the Tyler Perry shows, I think called The Oval. And this guy has come out and accused Tyler Perry of sexual harassment and something called quid pro quo, which basically means that
You do me, I do you.
Yes. Basically, I'll offer you advancements in your career in exchange for sexual favors. And he has sued Tyler Perry in a civil suit, so he hasn't gone the criminal route, for $260 million on that basis. He has text messages, and he also recounts a situation where apparently he stayed at Tyler Perry's house and Tyler Perry walked into his room and forcefully removed his clothes and tried to do things with him. And then he jammed and Tyler Perry left. So it's a lot, But yeah, so have you guys heard of the story?
Yeah, I have, man.
I had.
So first of all, quick question: how do they reach the figure of 260 million?
That's what he came with. For him, that's what he has asked.
So it's up to you who is suing.
You and your lawyer can sit down and say, what is commensurate to my suffering?
Yes.
While one person can feel their suffering amounts to 1 million, someone else can say, maybe my suffering, I was traumatized.
Abundance.
Yeah. It's also worth saying, though. Of course, Tyler Perry
and also, you need to consider the wealth of the person you're going after.
Exactly.
Tyler
He's
Perry,
a billionaire. Yeah.
He's a billionaire. And his lawyers at least have come out and obviously said what they always say. It's a shakedown. It's all false. It's a scam. Da da da. Tyler Perry also, I think, more texts were exposed now, as if trying to give context to the ones that had been leaked by these guys. So it's a bunch of texts back and forth between these guys over the years.
Was it sexual in nature?
I mean,
what's his POV? Is his thing saying it's consensual, or is his thing saying there was nothing sexual going on here?
No, it was saying it's consensual.
He was saying it's consensual.
Yeah, it was saying it's consensual.
He has admitted to being
not verbally, but if you read those
alluded
texts,
to.
if you read those texts, you can see how suggestive they are, and not just on Tyler Perry's end. You can see that the relationship wasn't going on for a long time, but you can also see that Tyler Perry is extremely careful. Like, he doesn't. It's not like a Diddy text. Like, you have to kind of like read between the lines and the things that they're saying. And also, there's many times
the
when
guy's the victim in quotes, or the guy accusing him. Were his texts also really careful, or were his direct?
the texts sometimes read a bit flatty. But there's a lot of times where you see Tyler Perry kind of trying to draw the line and saying, when we go to our work, I don't have any friends that work for me. Like, when we go to our workplace, like, we have to keep it professional, those vibes. Anyways, that takes a long. If you have the time, you can go read through them. But those are the allegations right now. That's what's going to court. So I guess, thoughts, this is Tyler Perry is the next one in a line of guys who have been thinking like this. So I don't know what you guys think.
First of all, when this story broke, I was with my boys and they were like, and every Tyler Perry movie has that one character, bro.
That's fine.
That's gay. They're like, we should have seen it. I was like,
Every Tyler Perry movie has a character. What do you mean by that?
I don't know, bro. I've watched like 4 Tyler Perry movies. So.
Unless, for me, I saw that POV of people saying like, man, Reda's dressing up like a woman, Tico or Pico. And then also everybody kept saying, and I don't know, I didn't try that hard, but everybody kept alluding, and I also saw the interviews where they were, in the past, not currently, they were interviewing the creators of the Boondocks. And they had an episode that was about Tyler Perry. And initially they called the character Tyler Perry. A studio called them and said, what are you guys trying to, as in? So apparently Tyler Perry is not his real name. He has another name, but Perry is his surname, something like that. Okay, it wasn't his birth name, something like that. Anyway. So now they try to change shit, and then they make the character's name like his actual name. So it got through. I think even White aired once or something like that. Then someone noticed it and they called them like, bro,
you guys trying to get cancelled? Like,
not even because are you trying to destroy you like you get?
Yeah.
Because Kawa Boondocks was a successful show, but Tyler Perry is Tyler Perry. Yeah. So they deleted that episode. It's not part of the Boondock series right now. But it alluded to him being part of the alphabet community.
I'm not gonna lie. I soft launched this conversation with some of my friends on Thursday, and this whole Tyler Perry thing. First of all, I want to have a bigger conversation about the situation, but just so we can finish the Tyler Perry angle in particular. Tyler Perry movies are made for conservative moms. Like, Tyler Perry makes very Hallmark-esque movies.
Which Hallmark do you watch?
Let me land.
Unless you're trying to say Black American conservative Hallmark.
Yeah, 100%. Tyler Perry makes movies you can play in church, in my opinion, bro. Am I buggy?
Used to.
For me, all the Tyler Perry movies that I watch.
Used to.
There's always a moral of the
three or
story.
four.
Oh, there's always some church. There's always some
But you've seen the other Boondocks episode where they don't talk about him. They talk about Tyler Perry movies where they say there's always a light skinned guy with bad cornrows who looks like Shema Moore.
Yeah.
And then who is broke and he's a gardener.
Yeah.
And then the chick is married to a dark-skinned
Dark-skinned,
guy with more
rich
muscles,
guy.
rich,
Yeah.
who hates
Maurice
her.
Chestnut.
Exactly,
Yeah.
who hates
Something
her
like
and
that.
beats her.
And
Leaves her for a white babe. And then she falls in love with the light-skinned gardener.
Yeah.
And then, in the show, as these fools are narrating, the chick says, Umbu, light-skinned Shema Moore gardener, I love you, but you're poor. But what?
Yeah.
That's stupid.
That sounds like a South Park episode, bro. I'll tell you this. I agree with you, but I think like the last.
Oh, it
three
hadn't
movies-
landed yet.
Uh-huh,
Hadn't
yes,
landed
it
yet.
is.
Sorry.
Okay.
What I was trying to say is, I feel that Tyler Perry movies are very targeted to a conservative audience, and so, in my opinion, I think Tyler Perry might have been like gay all along, or maybe bi or whatever, but he couldn't do it openly because his audience is not trying to see that, bro. Like, it might affect the money if he comes out as openly gay, but I think that in Hollywood it has been known that Tyler Perry likes guys.
Like
And
the way they've been nuded this stuff.
Yes, but for the sake of his power and for the sake of, like, I guess what he represents and what he, even generally what he's trying to achieve for the black community, I think that, like, maybe he felt like being gay would not support that goal, maybe.
Contradict
You
with
know
it.
what I mean? So, I think that's the only reason why we haven't known that Tyler Perry is gay. But I think in the community, like in Hollywood, I'm sure guys.
And also a very big part of, on top of being conservative, I guess it goes hand in hand. A very big part of his niche and art is church based.
Yeah.
There's
'Cause
always
it all
a
started
church storyline
100%.
always.
It all started with Madea.
Yeah.
Madea is very like.
But like he could have. Why do you have to be the one to
Why were
dress
you
up?
Madea?
Yeah. Why?
Like I wanted.
Yeah, he did his thing, and it served him well.
And he could make
It
like
served him
10
well.
movies. That's
Yeah,
also,
it served him
You
well.
want
It served
it.
him well.
But I feel like this church thing isn't like a representation of an actual African American life.
Not all black
We
Americans
are believers.
conservative.
Most black African Americans, they go to
No.
church.
In the time
Most
when
people
he
are
made the
believers.
movies,
Not
there
today.
was a section that used to. Nowadays, I don't think so.
That's the setting in
Okay.
those movies, maybe. But
I will tell you this. It also depends on where. Because if it's like more urban cities, no. You get. But like the more suburban stroke villages,
the South.
the south, the
That's
south and
Ungo the-
midwest.
Ungo the villages.
Yes. The south and midwest, yeah, those ones are they are church people, but
Yeah.
like also it's like a community. Does that make sense? Like for them, their church is like fellowship, bro. Church will have 40 guys. It's not.
And also, I think it's very also important to note that Tyler Perry is like 2 generations above us.
Yeah.
He's not even a millennial.
Yeah.
But I tell you,
He's like
guys,
a Gen X or even a boomer. How old is he? He's
50-year-old.
like
the
50
whole
or
Mark
60.
thing, true. His last like 3 movies. I don't think.
Which ones, guys?
Oh no, he loves the movies of he has 2 niches. He has the niche of the suffering family, blah blah blah, comes together, reunites in the name of God. We survive, we thrive.
That one, agree.
Then he has the niche of black women are suffering.
yes,
Those are his faves.
What's the Kelly Rowland movie?
Both those are
Yeah,
conservative
Klupa.
POVs,
Klupa.
for sure.
The black woman, there is acrimony, there is
Acrimony.
he loves that niche. The most recent one is
The Kelly Rowland one is one I'm thinking about.
Mea
Because it's before the
culpa.
most
Mea
recent
Culpa.
one. That one.
That one
He-
is not super conservative.
That's
That
what
one
I'm
had
saying,
a
like, the
crazy,
last, like,
16
2?
or some just.
No,
Yeah,
no,
they're not
because
conservative.
no. When it comes to black women suffering, it's not about conservatism.
Okay.
And guys started to say, guys love a Freudian angle. Like, Mbo, you know, this nigga is trying to. What did they say? Mbo, he always makes black women suffer in his movies because he's trying to repair or relieve or something, whatever him and his mom went through. Some stuff like that. I don't know. Allegedly, I don't have all the facts straight, guys. I got this off of people's random POVs and opinions on TikTok. I think he was raised by like a single mom. And they hustled and they suffered and poverty and whatever. And now that is why he keeps creating these scenes and they're like, bruh.
Some of those movies, like, let me tell you, I watched Acrimony, and ever since then, I've not watched another movie.
No,
Mea
I mean,
Culpa got me because of that one scene.
I can't watch
Acrimony is the
that.
last one I watched. Actually, these guys are the pro bono guys are having a film as if like showing today here at the same place, and they're playing Acrimony.
Why?
Apparently, like
That movie is not
it will
Kawa.
like it's like a movie that like brings up discussion. So I guess that's what they want.
Definitely does.
Yeah,
Does
but
it
a
bring
lot
up
of
discussions or like disagreement?
yeah.
Listen,
And I
I
don't like that
cannot
movie.
be there. I feel like, I don't know if you guys feel like this, but I feel like when I see people and I see myself. So when I see black women on TV, I see myself. I cannot sit there and consume that type of content of black women suffering for 95 minutes.
And Nesh.
Zero.
Anyways, I want us to advance the conversation now beyond Tyler Perry's sexuality. I don't want us to get stuck there. Let's talk about now the sexual harassment part of this thing. Like I said before, he's the next one in a line of powerful people who have been accused of sexual harassment. I think this thing began...
With Me Too.
Yeah, it's all post-Me Too. Most of it is... I think all of it is maybe post-Me Too. I can't remember anyone getting accused successfully
Yeah.
prior to Me Too.
Yeah, Me Too open the gates.
Yeah. So I hope this doesn't like swing us in like a crazy direction. But as one of our topics, I asked who can date billionaires, because whenever people get Me Too'd, the clearest thing is the power imbalance
dynamic.
in the relationship, right? Tyler Perry is the next one in our line, and most of them have been billionaires or have been Me Too'd. And these past few weeks, I've been consuming a lot of like content that has like Me Too type situations, because I've been seeing that obviously the Diddy trial, now the Tyler Perry thing. I read this book a few weeks ago, that Chimamanda book that I read. It also had a story based on a real life situation of this African, what they call the people who like clean rooms in hotels. What are they called?
Live in hotels.
Janitors.
No, ladies.
Hotel maids.
Yes, those who got assaulted by the head of the IMF, the president of the IMF, some French guy. So there's a story in the book that's based on that situation. So yeah, generally just powerful people abusing their power and getting Me Too, quote unquote. Now, the reason why I'm asking who can date billionaires is because when you're a billionaire, you basically have more power than everyone who you're going to interact with, bro. There's always some sort of power imbalance. But we also know that power is attractive, bro. Like, the more power you have, the more attractive you are to 90% of the people that you meet, right? So now it causes like this weird thing, because if so many billionaires are getting Me Too'd, then do the billionaires become weary of dating ordinary people? And then should ordinary people be like, oh man, I can't date a billionaire because there's a power imbalance, but then I'm also still attracted to him? So I kind of wanted to like present it to you guys, and you guys give me your thoughts. Like, because powerful people will also be in relationships,
I think
but who should they be in relationships with?
I think before even you reach dating, I
Yeah.
think the billionaires of it all, the power of it all, kind of in some way takes away the patience for consent or for vibing, whatever. Like, yes, people are always attracted to you, but I think power and money create, I don't know what to call it, a phenomenon, something in your head that makes you feel like I'm entitled to you.
Like power corrupts, basically.
Yeah, it corrupts. Like, I'm entitled. What do you mean I have to ask you?
Everything has to be
Yeah,
expressed.
I'm entitled to you. I see you. I want you. I get you. You get. So, while that could be a conversation, because people date billionaires, right? How many chicks? Elon has how many kiddos?
Multiple.
From multiple chicks. People date billionaires.
Talked about the Telegram guy last week.
Yeah, the Telegram guy. As for that one. But anyway, different type of corruption, that one. But even this guy's, his wedding, there was a lot of drama about his wedding, Jeff Bezos. People date billionaires. But I think also that for some people, for some rich people, not even billionaires, even millionaires, even our Ugandan rich people here, power takes away that it creates a sense of entitlement over people's autonomy. Like, what do you mean you're cleaning a hotel room and I'm the whatever of IMF? I want you, Mazi. I want you now, actually. You can't say no. And I think also for them it's very shocking, especially because of that thing where you said 90% of the people, or even 96% of the people you interact, desire something from you, are attracted to you, whatever. in the event, there's always an exception to a rule. In the event that they bump into someone who's not about that, they're like, as in, what do you mean? I'm worth
Becomes like a fixation.
exactly like I'm worth whatever. I want you now, and I'm going to take you. I'm going to have you. Yeah, I think now even that becomes a challenge. I think there's a correlation. Like it becomes a challenge of you don't want, as in, what do you mean you don't want? Yeah, and that's why they start sinking deeper and deeper into the forbidden. Like Kawa, now you've abused the ones who don't want you, who are your age mates. You're 16, you're now going the 21-year-olds. Now you're Jeffrey Epstein, you're now looking for that 12-year-olds. You get, like, you're always trying to attain something and something and something. Like, what do you mean the world is trying to tell you that even with this level of success you've attained, there's something that's beyond your reach? I'm like, no, I want to date a 9-year-old. You might have to I don't want you to censor us.
Yeah, or they might clip that one, man. Yo, I want to date an.
Yeah. No, I
seconds, they could
I
be.
don't mean the people. I
Or
mean
his
sometimes like it can affect our like YouTube. There's a time we talked about our vaccines.
No, you said that's different. That's one which will bleep.
You
Now
bleep
you've
that.
kubed it. Now
You bleep that. Oh wait, so I can't talk about that, but I can talk about
you can.
Epstein.
I think
We're also
we're good
too
now.
far along in the
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah.
I definitely agree. I also think, one, we've had this conversation in the past. By the time you're a billionaire, there's something about your character that's not the greatest, in my opinion. And it's not to say you're a bad person, it's just that you're capable of dangerous things.
You've done them.
Yeah.
You've done them.
So anyone who is like a rich billionaire, it's already like there's something about you that's a bit dangerous. Now, if you couple that with power, it's very easy for you to get corrupted. And whether you're religious or not, there's that quote in the Bible that says it's more difficult for a rich man to get into heaven than a camel to pass through
A needle.
The
An
eye
eye
of a needle. Did you see that photo of a very skinny camel in Nigeria? And I said, this one is
Can pass
passing through.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
But there's a reason for it, because power and money are very corrupting. And you don't need to go far to discover it. It's just get a raise. You get, like, you can also feel it in yourself that there are things that are like...
What type of raise? I can't lie. There's no type of raise that would make me feel dangerous. Would have to be like times 10, times 20.
You get that one and you see. That's what I mean. Like, you don't need to be a billionaire.
Yeah.
It's just like human nature to like want control and power and all those things. And when you get it...
Domination over others.
Exactly.
And for your vices.
Mm-hmm.
You even
And
form new vices.
the
Like
problem-
your vice used to be
Yeah.
some caboose.
That's where I was going. The
Now you're
problem is-
like, I like it when I force people to clean in between my toes. As in,
You find people going to the restaurant and they're ordering endangered species like
that
food.
stuff.
I want
Bro, this is
tiger
what I
meat.
want, bro.
That stuff.
I tell a Siberian tiger, not these black ones. Black and-
Extinct ones,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
The one that's good. Give me the last one.
Yeah.
From the
Why
last
is
one.
it? Make it.
Yeah.
Make it now.
They
Now.
tell you,
Kube the
oh
egg.
no, they're still using its DNA to try and genetically.
That's the one I want to
eat it.
yam.
Make me a sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Mind you,
see,
you take one bite and like,
Shit is trash.
yeah.
the way human nature works is, if today I get home at 7, yeah, if I'm 15, I get home at 7, my dad doesn't complain. Tomorrow I'm getting home at 7:30. Next day 8. Same with power. If I do this, you just
Get
keep
away with
testing
it.
those limits.
Boundary.
You get, you keep testing those limits till you've gum everything.
Yeah.
So, dating a billionaire, again, it's for certain people. Can I? I don't think so, because no, wait.
So the last time you told us,
Okay.
as a
In
kept
that
man,
1 month, I date a billionaire. I can set myself up. You find me doing, I have a crib. What? I own an island in the Pacific Ocean. But then after, man, I have to boom.
You know what's
I don't
funny?
think- It's not Kawa.
Trust me, like when you date someone who is super rich, for some reason those guys won't give you hard cash. You may think that this person is dating this rich person, and then
True.
once they break up, this guy is gonna be like
True.
Kawa, just to find out that this guy is broke.
like loads of gifts, loads of trips, experiences.
Yeah.
If anything, I think that's one of the major causes of the baby mama pandemic or whatever. Yeah, in the States, that's your only way to access cash for at least 18 years.
Yeah. Did you see that chick with a blue for chilling with Yamal?
Oh, the older chick. She was
Yeah,
like
she's
30 something. Yeah.
17, bro.
But he's not even an adult,
They
bro.
were on a jet ski together. Guys took photos. They were like, "What are you doing?"
But those babes can
she's
hunt.
brother.
Those babes can hunt you down.
For them, it's
I
like
think
it's like a job.
They be at talent academies. They're like,
Also, your
you
mom
get-
might have to like dodge his parents, bro. How have you found that guy, man?
I've told you they be at talent
That's a guy
academies.
when
They're like
Off-season,
scouting.
he's chilling with his parents.
Yeah.
What do you mean you've grabbed him on a jet ski?
Yeah. Anyway, he's still like extremely rich for his age, so I guess he can.
That
And also,
type of money at 17.
No, but even to the kind of money, like if the whole world is making noise about you,
yeah.
you know,
And
she already knows.
This babe came out and put a statement that I don't get the hate I'm receiving. What do you mean you don't get the hate?
And remember, even if you have his kiddo now when he's 17, right? As his career progresses, when he's 21, you have his 4-year-old. Brother, for whichever team he's playing, his child support has to be commensurate to however much he's earning then.
Yeah.
So now that he's officially in, like, let's say, what teams are nice? Barcelona, whatever.
It's pretty much at the top already.
Exactly. Like, whatever is happening at that time, whatever contracts he's getting from sponsorships, she's chewing there.
That's true. That's true. She's it, but it's still weird, bro.
It's so
Icky.
Anyways, Windek, you were still saying. What are you still saying? I'm talking
landed.
about that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still back to the Tyler Perry situation, right? This guy is accusing Tyler Perry of quid pro quo, meaning in exchange for
I
sexual
give you-
favors, I give you something, right? But there's some form of quid pro quo in any relationship you have with, at least with someone that has more money than you. Even if the guy is not a billionaire, right? But let's keep it on the billionaires. Of course, if you're dating a billionaire, there's quid pro quo. You know that for sure my career is going to advance. For sure, I'm going to drive a nicer car. For sure, I'm going to get a nice house. For sure. So that is quid pro quo also in a sense. So I feel that also now puts it makes it even trickier because how do you date a billionaire and not have your entire life get sucked into these billionaires? You know what I mean? How do you stay a normal chick or a normal guy or whatever dating a billionaire? And then if things go wrong and let's say now you're the billionaire and this person accuses you of quid pro quo or of sexual assault or whatever, how do you defend yourself? Because it's true to an extent. Now, am I getting the sex that I'm getting from you? Is it still consensual? If your entire life is as if within mine or under mine?
But by that same argument, normal heteronormative relationships, don't they fall into that category?
It gets tricky.
Especially for let's say stay-at-home wives and whatnot. If
It
I'm
gets tricky.
entirely dependent on you,
Yeah.
we're in a sexual relationship.
Yes. And you say you want some. Do I still have can I still
Can I say
is
no?
it free consent?
Right?
It becomes a more nuanced conversation. I think that this is where the Tyler Perry trial is going to go to. Because whether it was when this guy got a DM from Tyler Perry, he knew for a fact that as an actor in Hollywood, if I'm dating Tyler Perry, my career is going to advance. Tyler Perry didn't have to offer it. It's a given. If you date me, obviously.
But he also knew.
Nepotism will do its job.
Yeah, because first of all, the guy got that job. These texts are from before the guy got that job.
Okay. No, but
And
then
he says things like Tyler Perry promised him that they were going to do another show focused on him. He says, I just tell your babe, bro, when you guys are pillow talk. You know what I mean?
True.
So can you take me to court for that jazz? Anyway, sorry, you were saying.
no, now that's what I mean. He on his part, I mean, he who alleges must prove. On his part, he has
But
to prove.
civil.
He fine, but still, he who alleges must prove.
But to what extent?
No, yet balance of probabilities,
Yeah.
but still, he
Guys
will
are
have.
just a bunch of low things, bro. When you say but Siva was okay, Civil, criminal, like what's the difference? Because you must prove anyway.
The standard of proof
is different. For criminal, because you're dealing with someone's life, they're going to go to prison.
Yeah.
It has a higher standard of proof, which is beyond reasonable
Civil
doubt.
is like settlement.
Civil is cash.
Cash, okay,
Civil,
that's
yeah.
what I mean.
Yeah, you'll get
For
cash.
money.
So now, what I'm saying is, this guy is going
Let's
to
have
have...
jail time.
No,
It can. Yeah.
it can,
Can.
but it's usually cash. Now, my thing is, here, he's going to have to show coercion. Do you understand? Because what amounts to sexual harassment, unwanted sexual advances, touches, moves, whatever. So he has to show he doesn't want, he didn't want. If he partook, he didn't willingly partake. That's him. Well, now on Tyler Perry's side, first of all, he has to admit that he...
This was my guy.
You get, like,
ski.
I don't know how...
Like
I
I
mean,
clapped.
that I wanted. I liked him. We were dating. But I mean, these lawyers be hella creative. I'm sure they're going to find a way to say, no, Tyler Perry is straight. These were normal conversations with friends.
It's too late.
It's too late.
I'm turning back.
Also,
defamation
my question would be
categorized
can this guy
as-
say, you know how sometimes in criminal law there's that argument of like, in that moment I was not covered, like I was mentally. Can this guy say I was coerced and
what's
now?
it called? Crime of passion or like heat of the moment type of...
Yes.
You can't... A heat of the moment thing has to literally be a heat of the moment thing. It can't be
Yeah.
a whole day, a
So
whole
now,
week,
my
a
thing
relationship
is-
of a year.
It's like throughout this relationship I didn't realize
That...
that I was being taken advantage of.
Who didn't realize?
The
Tyler Perry.
guy. No, the guy.
Guy.
What do you mean? For him, his entire case is that he knew from the beginning that he was being,
And also...
that this guy was forcing himself.
Nada. That like mentally I didn't realize I've only zagged now.
Hey, like the consensual judge I wasn't present.
Yeah.
No, it won't help his case.
Yeah.
Won't help his
But also now, if you think about it, can't also the rich guys say they're being taken advantage of? Me, I thought you were here for
You can.
Lavingos, bro.
Yeah.
The system is rigged.
Yes, because you see, most
It's rigged in such a way that the rich guy is not winning.
is not winning.
Yes, because he's
I
already
think it's rigged the
because
other
he's
way.
already in power. So it's more like he had an
can't be abused.
advantage.
As a rich person, he can't
Yes.
be abused.
Yes, that's true. But also, you see, like, because of capitalism, that's just the nature of relationships now, man.
Yeah.
It's transactional. And when you're dating a billionaire, you're getting more out of it. But then that almost now creates the expectation that he's supposed to also be getting
Yeah.
a lot out of it.
Yeah.
Like, you can't be dating the billionaire and then also saying you're not going to give him some.
Yeah.
Is what like a lot
It
of the
looks like
outside
to
looks.
society,
Yeah, you
yeah.
know what I mean? So
In her first book,
Just hide your billions, guys. Man.
in her first book, thingy called it, Gabrielle Union used the phrase, she said, big bank will always take little bank. Like she was alluding to it like,
Like
if
a
they're
billionaire
tagging
can't
against,
date a billionaire.
no, like a big bank will always pull you. You get?
Yeah.
Like, because in her first marriage, she was on with money. She was
like-
on.
Like
with-
transferring your bank savings into his account and the figures don't even change.
Yeah, you get it. Like big bank will always take little bank. And even you can see the way she does her things. Because then she married this guy
Dwayne
and
Wade.
she said doing 50-50. Guys,
Dwayne Wade.
just for her, yeah.
It's that dynamic.
She said doing 50-50. Then she came out later after our meeting. As we do 50-50, she came out later, like last year or early this year, and she said, no, I realized that's coming from a place of trauma, fearing to let myself depend on, because clearly we know who was making more money, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, but now I finally let go. I released. I told him, you can't take over.
Yeah, because but it means less.
What?
I feel that, and that's one of the things that, like, I'm thinking that, okay, if you're a billionaire, it's different if you're dating another billionaire
Yeah.
or someone whose life is not going to get sucked into yours. As an ordinary,
You know, the problem with billionaire is so out of touch, because, you know, Salma Hayek, successful actress, worth I think about like 200 M. That's a lot of money. The guy she's married to, though, is a billionaire.
yeah, but the beauty with Salma Hayek, yes, he's a billionaire, but there's like a certain amount of money.
Oh,
Where it's not
apparently they
making-
split bills.
Yeah, but even still, they split bills. Money doesn't mean as much to us.
True.
Yeah.
There's nowhere where we're going to go, where we're going to swipe a card and it jams.
Yeah.
Like, if your chick has $200 million or is worth $200 million, there's no bank that's not going to give her a black card, bro. My black card is the same color as your black card.
But let's say Salma Hayek land on me. That's where the problem is now.
The only difference is the type of shit that...
I promise you that B makes a difference.
No, it does. But if we're talking about ordinary life...
Her guy is... his company owns a bunch of those luxury designers. So Gucci, what.
Yeah.
A conglomerate.
He's not in Gucci. He's in the daddy company.
Yeah, but you see, if you
want
want
his name,
Arnold,
daddy
Arnold
mommy
what?
company.
That's better.
Mommy is better. May I like daddy?
Parent.
I feel
Parent.
you see now, unless you're going yacht shopping, or we're buying jets,
that's
maybe that's why I don't feel that. But otherwise, regular jets, bro.
But that's the thing. These guys don't be chilling in KFC, bro.
I know,
These
but
guys be yacht shopping.
if Salma Hayek, for example, is an actress, right?
Yes.
And she is, maybe she's not A-list, but she's an extremely successful
She
actress.
was A-list.
Yeah, she's extremely successful. There's nothing this guy is going to do for Salma Hayek
That she can't afford.
that will cause her to become extremely dependent on him. I'm an actress. You're a billionaire in fashion. What are you going to do for me exactly, bro? For my acting career?
Yeah. Now, if Salma Hayek lands on me and takes me to a Ferrari dealership, that's what
It's
the problem
different.
is.
It's different. So there's also a dynamic of if it's either two wealthy people or a wealthy person and then a super famous person. Because fame comes with its own wealth.
With his power.
Yeah, and power.
Yeah.
Because an example I saw was like ASAP and Rihanna.
Yeah.
Rihanna is Rihanna. And she's a billionaire.
And as a billionaire, ASAP is a
But ASAP is still
billionaire.
ASAP.
So what do you mean, the example? What does that mean?
ASAP's life is not going to be changed
By
because he's
dating
dating
Rihanna.
Things will get better.
No, but also you see the issue with that particular scenario is that here the bees are held by a woman. And you might feel like, why it doesn't change it? It changes something. Unfortunately, we live in a heteronormative patriarchal society. Yes, it won't be the same as if the bees are held by a man.
I disagree.
Because in this scenario, like, when a bunch of people, and for me, when I was saying this, I wasn't basing on the fact that she's a billionaire. I just felt like my babe deserved better. But now I like ASAP.
Yeah, but that's also like that.
But a bunch of people,
societal thing.
yeah, a bunch of people were like, brother, who creates the rules of how we function and conduct society?
Yeah.
So a bunch of people were like, ASAP, bro,
But that's purely because he has less money than her.
Guys, it's
There's
you.
no other reason.
It's you guys who think think about it like that. That because Rihanna is having billions and this guy has millions. Because I feel like in such a relationship, like when you guys are going out, whoever reaches there first is the one who pays. And it's not that you guys you're racing who gets there first.
yeah, you're racing.
Also, the thing
You
we
get
forget
it's
is
like whoever
billionaires.
is there pays.
Yeah, but you see also because
50-50 works
I
in
remember
the salary world.
LVMH.
yeah, that's Bernardo, no.
Yeah, Bernardo, no.
Because like you said, he has millions and she has billions. Brother, where are we going that I can't afford to pay the bill?
Yeah.
Are we going to space? Even then,
Yeah, you
Also,
still
I can
can
pay the bill.
What I was going to say is, we forget that a billionaire's billions are in his worth.
Yes,
Their
not in his-
assets.
But
Yeah.
because of
Also,
his
a
worth.
millionaire's
Fiat, yeah.
millions
Yes,
are in their worth.
But with most billionaires,
Yeah.
with most of them, I think like Elon Musk, his billions come from having 6 companies, 7 companies,
Yes.
whatever it is.
Yes.
But when it comes down to cash, most of those guys are in the millions.
But also
You
you
get.
see,
True.
Same as a millionaire, but they're also still in the millions.
my billions just tell you how liquid I can become. It lets you know what
At one
a bank would be
point.
willing to give me.
Yeah.
And that's why I keep using the card example, because that means that with my credit card, I can swipe and swipe and swipe and swipe because the bank knows
Yeah. Like,
that jazz is
you
there.
don't even need to swipe. You call them and say, yo.
Yeah.
Not a bank,
Yeah.
not customer care.
Yeah.
You have a guy dedicated.
Call the
to it.
manager.
Yeah. What bank do billionaires use? Let me first check.
Anyways, I
What
think
bank?
They be having, and you see one thing about wealth, there is always a more exclusive. You get.
They might be using like JP Morgan.
No, there'll be one which is ultra exclusive that guys don't even know about.
Yeah.
Like you have to be
Yes.
above. Now this one is for billionaires above 20 ba.
yes.
We have
Okay.
that. Doesn't Citibank do accounts only above 50 million in Uganda?
I thought they only do company like big company.
You can have an
A
account.
personal.
Yeah.
But above 50.
I think the limit is 50.
So hola. When you drop to 4999999,
Minimum
They call
limit.
you
Get a
boss.
call.
they're like, "Bruh,
Emergency. Your
are
account has
you
fallen below that.
bankrupt?"
Anyways, I think it's really interesting. I think that's like it's an important conversation to have because I
So
think.
do you
that,
think
like,
poor people should only date
That's
poor
actually right.
and rich
Actually,
should
no.
only date rich?
I think the most important thing in all of these things, in order for the dynamic to remain neutral or to at least remain healthy, both people should not like be completely sucked into each other or completely dependent on each other. I think that like you each have to like maintain some form of like
Autonomy.
yes and like independence to an extent. Like even though you're dating a billionaire, it's healthy for you to still like have a life of your own, bro. Because if your life is him, then there's no way that it can be balanced, bro.
Mama, if you're rich, I'll give you whatever you want. Or what your life, or what my life,
You'll
what
be
I'll
telling
give
us.
you the
You'll be showing
life.
us texts.
Casper.
You see how he was coercing. You'll be like, nah, you are there.
Suppose
You
we
are
start
there.
on
Guys, she has just stepped
50-50.
out of like an F90,
On-
bro.
on what?
50-50. On 50-50.
What's my stance on 50-50?
Mm.
And people to talk for me on this podcast. Leave me alone. I'll tell you on Patreon.
Ask her when she has a man. It's
Hey!
different.
Maybe
After you, when you
70,
get men
30.
and I've been with them for a minute, it will change.
Okay.
That what?
It will change. Your stance on
And now
50-50.
56.
Oh shit.
Oh shit,
Yeah, I
we're
think we
not
should
doing
wrap it.
subs today.
No, we won't do subs. Are they mob? No, mob. Sorry guys, the conversation devolved into other jazz.
But we shall do all the people that said, "Oh my God, YouTube sub." I promise we will address
Those will
them
be YouTube
on
subs.
YouTube
hold
subs
them, yeah.
next week.
Yeah.
We'll hold them and do them next week. We ended up jazzing about many other things.
Let me just say this, Melvin.
Yeah.
Why did your face fold
I
like?
do not condone or believe in 50-50.
Okay.
I'll not say the fraction I like,
Yeah.
but the fraction of 50-50
Yeah.
is not fair
Okay.
58, bro.
to me.
Okay.
I don't believe it's fair, especially if you're going to have the normal family dynamic, if you're going to have kids, I don't believe in 50-50.
Yeah, but dynamics change.
Yeah, but you can't tell me that we're both working, I'm pregnant, I'm doing most of the domestics, like I'm the one getting up at night to breastfeed the child we have, and I'm bringing also 50% of the bills. You're crazy.
No,
but
firstly-
that's what
no,
I'm
no, no.
saying,
Bring it
dynamics
back to a
change.
situation where you're doing something which you all can do.
What do you mean you all can? That's what I mean. In a relationship,
No,
there's a
first
time
still
you said men
breastfeeding,
and
'cause
women can never be the same,
I
right?
can't breastfeed a kiddo.
Exactly.
Now
All
bring
you
it to the
did was
situation
to
where we can
impregnate.
both do it.
That's what I'm telling you. Dynamics change because I
Like
have a
doing the
lot of
dishes,
friends
we can both do the dishes.
whose moms are the ones who give birth to a kiddo, and then after the kiddos were born and maybe go to like school going age, the moms went after their careers and the dads became the ones taking care of the kiddos. I have a lot of friends our age who have that same dynamic.
Yeah, but you see, at the end of the day, you also are some of your experiences, right? That was not my experience.
But that's what I'm saying. Circumstances dictate.
And also-
I'm a
See,
sum of my experience.
Your past.
Don't you- the sum hasn't hit gum.
Ah,
We're
it's
still
gum,
adding.
It's gum.
You're still experiencing.
Guys,
Things
and
are still
also-
happening.
50-50, you guys, it's not split evenly. Like when we're paying rent, like for a ma, you're paying 500, I'm paying 500. No, that's not how it works.
Yeah, no, but-
50-50 works in such a way that someone can foot the bill for the rent and someone can cover the food.
No, but also,
that's
but
how it
also
works.
Wendy, you don't know what. Do you know
You don't
also what
split
you
it even.
you know what you guys like to ignore about 50-50? 50-50 is not only financial.
But that's why I was
If you're
Even
going
the
to-
work, yeah.
if you're going to if you're going to say let's do 50-50 financial, then every other aspect has to be 50-50.
But that's why I was saying.
Domestic labor, emotional labor.
So why
everything.
can't it be, okay, you give birth to the kiddos and then I'll take care of the bills? Is that not still 50-50 to an extent?
Exactly. It's
That's
still
what?
50-50.
Is that not still 50-50?
Okay,
to an
now
extent?
if you're doing it like
Yeah.
that, like I'm the caretaker, you're the provider.
Yeah.
If that's yes, but you see most times, and that's why I needed it to be stated. Most times when people say 50-50, they're meaning strictly financial. Kumbe this side, it's 99-1.
But won't there be times when I also have to be taken care of and then you're the financial provider?
What?
Let me even add this.
All right, man. Yo, thank you so
No,
much
let me
for
add
watching,
this, you guys,
guys.
before you close up.
Oh, okay.
We are so much into the whites thing, whereby we are thinking that we can actually do what white guys are doing. We like to receive things based on the white things for the ladies, and you guys, you want us to act like actual African men. For you want to act like white chicks,
How?
but you want us to act like black men.
Oh, but you've
Like,
not
I
asked
think
me what
Here-
my ideal family
Here's how it
situation
is. Women want guys to cover each and everything, and still they want us to come back and also prepare the food, do the
No.
dishes. I'm covering every friggin' thing, and for you being a wife, yeah,
All I've said is I don't believe in 50-50, but I also don't believe in a traditional family thing.
true.
Yes. I'm someone who I don't even know if I want kids. You get? So the traditional family dynamic, I don't know about it. So I can't stand here and say, oh, what? Total man traditional. Bruh, how will he be total man traditional if he's not having kids? So
I feel like, I don't know. Maybe
I
just to
think
close this thing
everyone should get what works for them. Like, instead of coercing people to align with your mentality, set out to find somebody whose mentality matches yours.
I agree, but I feel that, like marriage, because I guess we're talking about marriage. Ideally, I think marriage should be a partnership.
True.
And so, like, you guys have to be partners, bro, and figure it
True.
out.
True.
Like, anyway.
If I buy a trust fund baby, and she says 50-50, I'll be like, bruh.
As in,
Yeah. You find a different load to carry. Because money is not the load you're going to carry.
not even that. You say, my 50 and your dad's 50. How is that?
Like,
No.
Hey.
Because it will look, it even
The
looks
guy had
dumb.
like 20 years ahead of
You
me,
get
bro.
like 20, 40, my 50 and your dad's 50.
I can sit with her and I'm like, madam.
You hate me.
Yeah. Anyways, listen, guys, thank you so much for watching. This was a blast. Plans for a weekend? Should we end with that?
Still have a wedding today.
Oh shit! Why don't you come dressed?
Today.
Hell no. But I also don't
No?
know if I'm going.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man. Plans for you?
No, do you have?
Yeah, me have plans.
Which plans?
There's a Sundowners thing at Design Hub.
Yes.
National guys
Oh, that thing is
organize it.
today.
That's today.
Hey.
So I'll definitely go there.
You'll probably see.
What time?
Okay.
Actually, you know what? I'm going. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll be there.
Yeah, I'm definitely going for that.
Oh,
Rest.
Wendy, you're also going.
Um,
I'm actually gonna come back. But the way I'm dressed is not really.
Now you're
For
Eatthy,
that
man.
one.
Like you're giving Eatthy vibe.
Do you want?
There is no shirt in here.
Oh.
That's why you.
You might have to just go all the way, man. Take your jumper off, wrap it around
I
your
didn't
neck,
hear.
take off your shoes.
No,
Bear
and
chain.
then, no, and then he puts
Love
on like
Island,
a
bro.
chain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love Island. That's the just cane shots. That's it.
Yeah, so those are my plans for a weekend. Tomorrow I think I'll be in the gym. Yeah.
Tomorrow I think I
To
have.
bed, you have
I
to
have
bed today
work.
6 eggs, bro.
Yeah, I have 4 eggs left, but I don't know when I'll have them, bro. I don't know when I'll have them. I don't think I'm going to have them today.
You've begun. Let me tell you, once you miss one day,
Yeah.
it's going to have a snowball effect. Like, don't.
So where am I going to get eggs? You guys know where am I supposed to get eggs?
I don't know your egg guy.
No, not even that. Go to a roller guy and say just the eggs,
Give me 4
no
How
chop.
much would I have to pay?
2 bob.
Two bob.
That's nasty. I want to buy eggs and go home and make them. Then go out.
You
That
have-
is up to you.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
and
fine.
again,
Also that-
mob, yeah, sometimes
yeah.
relax.
Sometimes,
relax.
yeah.
Anyways, yeah, man. I think that's that. Remember to check on your boys, text your babe, hug your dad, kiss your mom. Have a nice weekend, man. Africa must unite.
Peace.
Bye.